Well,
or
they,
you gotta,
they did that already one time.
They did, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They tried to say that they played 3 out of 4 games and they were tired. Well, we kicked their butts on top of that. I laugh, Jimmy. I just go,
Do you feel
this
better?
is ridiculous.
Do you feel better?
Well, yeah, I do, because it's so blatantly obvious. I call painfully and plainly observant to see what the NBA is doing. It's ridiculous.
It is the Jordan rules that are now the LeBron rules.
And they've been that way for years.
Yes, they have. Yes, nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Look, he's the superstar. When Jordan was in the league, he was the superstar. He could get away with traveling. Jordan would take 4 steps to the basket. There'd be no call. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Look, I understand the frustration of Suns fans, and Manuch just laid it out, because I heard it last night while I was at the refreshment stand as well. And I tried to explain to these guys, and Manuch, at least sometimes, Manuch, not often, but sometimes you do listen to me. And
very rare.
Very rare. I said not often. But these guys would have none of it. In fact, one guy got so pissed he got up and left. He got up and left
Jimmy,
when I
here's
tried
the
to
thing.
explain it.
Here's the thing. It's just frustrating. They call it the law of the land, the whatever rules you want to call it.
Sure.
I think fans, whether you're a Suns fan, whether you're a Laker fan, whatever fan, you just want to see consistency,
right?
You want to see fairness.
Yes.
I have seen NBA players basically put their hand on an official trying to explain their position, and they get teed up. I've never seen a guy do the wrestling move of the week that LeBron had on that official to grab him, tug him
by his arm.
What do you call the move where you flip him over the top?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he supplexed him.
Yeah, he supplexed him. And then for LeBron to go flying by Dylan Brooks, go at his chest and tap his chest.
He just tapped it.
It tapped it, yeah. Did he touch him?
Just barely.
Okay, so he touched him.
Okay,
right, so
but in the report, Brooks had stuck his leg out, hoping to make contact with LeBron to try to draw the foul.
Who touched who?
I'm just saying what the report said.
I saw that.
And if you look at it, you see his leg kick out, and LeBron missed his leg.
But LeBron, did he touch him?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm not saying that he didn't. I'm just saying that he touched him.
It's just laughable.
It is.
It's embarrassing. That how do you take officiating serious in the NBA right now?
You can't because you had a similar case last night. You know me. I'm watching late night hoops, and I'm watching the Denver-Houston Rockets game. Great basketball game. And at the end of the game, guess what?
Yes.
Controversial call by the officials.
Imagine that.
Yeah. And so it sends a Denver player to the line to make a free throw to tie the game and send it into overtime. He makes the free throw. They go to overtime. Denver wins. Ime Udoka, the head coach of the Rockets, and we'll try to find that audio for you here as the show go on. Afterwards, he went off on the officials, and it's hilarious. He called them every name in the book, Manuch, and we'll play it as the show continues on. So it's not just the Suns and the Lakers.
I know, Jimmy.
I know, but I understand. I understand your point.
I see so much, and I see so much inconsistency. And I know they got a tough job. I get it.
They do.
They have a tough job. But I mean, some of the no calls early to be calls at the end, I'm like, okay, you got a quota? Is there something going on here? Is your FanDuel lagging? What is it that's going on with some of the officiating? And I think for a basketball fan, for a Suns fan, and I'm not bemoaning the fact that this is how they lost. They're very fortunate to be in the game.
They were fortunate to get back in. Yes.
But I mean, all of a sudden it's like, well, the officials are like, well, you guys were down by 20. You shouldn't be in this game. So, hey, JJ, wink, wink. We'll take care of this for you. Now, I don't believe that there's fixes in the NBA. Maybe, unless you talk to Tim Donahue, a former official, Donahue in the NBA. Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm going to track him down. I'm going to call him. Yeah. I'm going to call him, get him on, and just say, well, some of the horrible, egregious calls we're seeing. Do you ever look at a game and just go, that looks like the same kind of path you were on or could be on with somebody. Not that I'm going to point anybody out there to fix.
Right.
But, if it looks like chicken, smells like chicken, guess what?
It's a chicken.
It's chicken. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I'll track him down. But I know. I think basketball fans just see so much inconsistency.
Well, they're rooting for their team, and rightfully so. And they saw the Suns bear down in the fourth quarter, come back, make a game of it, only to lose it on perceived referee indecisions. So I'll just be nice about what I just said there.
Yeah, what the hell did you say there?
Referee indecisions. In other words, if you were a Suns fan, no, they should have called a foul on LeBron. They didn't. Indecision. Then if you're a Suns fan, well, that wasn't a foul. Booker got him on the hand. Referee indecision.
Sure.
Yes. You and I both looked at it. He hit him on the wrist and the little bit of the forearm. It was a foul. Booker even afterwards indicated I shouldn't have reached.
Here's the thing I will say this to counter on the whole Dylan Brooks thing.
Okay.
When Dylan Brooks hit that three, at that point, you got to be smart to just, you can chirp at him, go back down the court and chirp at the official, chirp at LeBron, but get your butt back on defense and get yourself set. I mean, sometimes don't let your emotions get caught up in your intensity. See what I'm saying there?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, just keep your poise. I mean, you can be intense, you can be fired up, but that's also on Dylan Brooks. You got to be careful when you're in a situation where you can win a game, come back and win that game, or if you get to the playoffs, same thing. You got to check yourself. Be smart. If you want to do something like that early in the game just to kind of get the officials' attention, or LeBron's attention, or whoever, okay, do it. But in the last minute or 10, 20 seconds, be smart about it. You can chirp, get your butt back on defense. And if there's anything to be said after a game, say it after the game.
Were you a talker, Manuch, when you were on the field?
No, I let my actions speak for me.
You mean when you threw a pick?
No, man. Oh. No, here's the thing. Just so you know, you folks, truth be told, I used to get so fired up and so excited, and I wanted to hit somebody, right? Run through a wall. So believe it or not, I throw that first interception on purpose so I could go hit somebody, get that out of my system, and then I was good to go. And I was relaxed.
You just caused a 30-car pile up on the 10 when you said
you believe that? I got some oceanfront property down in Yuma for you.
Yeah, you got it. Hey, coming up next, everybody, it is indeed our replay rewind. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620, also 98.7 FM HD2.
When it comes to sushi, reputation matters, and Sushi Brokers Arcadia has built theirs on being the best sushi in Arizona. From traditional rolls to bold fusion creations, like our crowd favorite, Seafood Dynamite, and the must-try sushi pizza. We've got something for everyone. Our famous happy hour is every day from 3 to 6:30 with fresh favorites like the California roll, spicy tuna roll, and the surf and turf roll, topped with seared steak. Sushi Brokers Arcadia, 44th Street in Indian School.
Tease the season at Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, featuring the new Bushnell Wingman HD speaker. This revolutionary speaker has a built-in 3.5-inch touchscreen with front, center, and back distances, now $199. Don't forget we have gift cards in any amount for the special golfer in your life. Shop us in-store or online at worldwidegolf.com. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, proudly serving golfers since 1963, and home of the legendary 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the ultimate lunch lineup boasts wall-to-wall sports and scenic views. When you're hungry and in a hurry, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
Now open in North Scottsdale, it's the Orangedale Lounge. ODs, right off Thompson Peak and Bell, next to Bash's. Your new favorite dive bar has arrived. Cold drafts, chill vibes, always affordable prices, and the OD Mug Club, a one-of-a-kind membership you won't find anywhere else. No frills, just great people, ice-cold drinks, and a bar that feels like it's always been there. Follow at OD Scottsdale and get the scoop at orangedalelounge.com. Orangedale Lounge. Dive in and drink up.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to. First, drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said,
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips. Because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Hi there, it's Scott from Pentatonics. So from the beginning of our journey in music, the foundation has been music education. It's so incredibly important that we continue to show kids the importance of music in our schools, in our homes, and even in the car. Music is such a powerful expression of emotion and individuality, and we are responsible for keeping the love for music alive. This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
Now it's time for our replay rewind. The top sounds of the night and whatever Roc decides to add. Let's get to it in Replay Rewind with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on ESPN 620 and on FM at 98.7 HD-2.
He's the guy who deserves more playing time. On third down, down it to DK Metcalf. And fighting his way for the touchdown. Thank you to ESPN for the highlight. That's the touchdown. Aaron Rodgers to DK Metcalf last night, and it's a big win for the Steelers. They snapped the Miami Dolphins' 4-game winning streak. Manuch, I thought that the Pittsburgh Steelers last night, for maybe one of the first times that I have paid closer attention to them, they truly looked totally engaged in that game. Did I see that correctly?
Yeah, I think it was one of those cold games.
Yes,
I mean, it was 7-3 at halftime, and you're like, oh my gosh, wake me up from this nap that I'm taking watching this game. But you know what? I think the second half is where you saw the Steelers with balance, with Aaron Rodgers getting DK Metcalf twice. You looked at some of the other things, Valdez-Scantling coming off of the practice squad having a touchdown. Mm-hmm. So you just saw them get into sync, it seemed like, in the second half. And then Miami started to get some throws, make some completions, get a touchdown, get a couple field goals. It became a game for a while. And then you saw this team, that being the Pittsburgh Steelers, just kind of impose their will on both the offense and defensive side and win this one going away, meaning if you're a Steelers fan, I'm a huge Steelers fan, you had to feel pretty good about the way that game ended and how the second half ended and started.
Especially with the extremely cold conditions last night in the Steel City. All right, let's get to our replay rewind. It is a lot to do with the game last night. Mike McDaniel, after the game, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins, about the loss to Pittsburgh.
Supremely disappointed in the outcome, and I think it does a disservice to, really the objective, the work that we were doing on this opponent, and flat out, their team was better than our team. So focused on that and what we have to do for the upcoming next 48 hours as we get ready for Cincinnati.
All right, so that brings us then to the next comment, because he was asked, meaning Mike McDonald, about possibly McDaniel, thank you, about possibly benching his starting QB.
I think it would be very rash and short-sighted if I even tried to tackle that option. I think I have to look at the tape and I'll move on from there. But realistically, I'm just supremely disappointed that we couldn't come out with a win here. We had high expectations and they fell short.
Manuch, they had won 4 in a row, the Dolphins, and they were rolling. So where were you on Tua Tagovailoa after what you saw last night?
I just saw the one bad throw, the first interception he had, that post corner into the wind. It was cold. You got to get that ball out. You got to throw it. If you're going to miss a receiver, miss him up the field. I thought that was a bad throw. He had a couple other throws that were into traffic, so to speak. But, I mean, he let him down the field. He got the one touchdown pass. I felt that he somewhat settled down. I just don't think he's Miami or Tua is a cold weather quarterback. I think you try to do the best you can and shake it off. But I just think that watching this game last night in reference to the way that he moved around fairly well, all things considered. But I think on top of that, those are some of the things you can expect. But you're going to go to Zach Wilson or Quinn Ewers? I don't think so with 3 games to go. You want to finish strong. Maybe you have an outside chance of making the playoffs. I doubt it. But I think you want to get him and finish strong with 2 out.
Let's listen to Mike Tomlin, who some people have said, well, you got to get rid of Mike Tomlin. Or don't look now, but the Steelers are in first place in their division. Here's the coach talking about the win.
Man, we love Monday Night Football. Mission accomplished. Certainly, we wanted to engineer victory, but we wanted to do it in a certain way. That was a hot football team, and they'd rode their run game over the last month or so. I think they'd averaged 192 a game over the last 5 weeks. And so we needed to stop the run, and certainly we need to run the ball in the effort to flip that component of it. And I think that made the engineering of victory more fluid.
The Steelers are never going to wow you winning a football game. They're 8-6 to your point, Jimmy. They're now a game up on the Ravens. They're going to win in a conservative way. They're going to take care of the ball. They hopefully have the receiving core. You got 2 big tight ends that are in this game that scored for you. I think the one tight end is like 6'7", 280.
300.
Big guys. But I think he's going to win it very ugly. They're going to win it on a commanding way, in a very physical way.
Okay.
That's just the Pittsburgh Steelers way. And for all those knuckleheads out there that were saying, well, maybe it's time for Mike Tomlin to move on. I hear some of the pundits on ESPN. Well, maybe his time has come and gone. Excuse me. They're in first place. What do you want? Bells and whistles, backflips, or what have you? Well, they're not scoring 90 points a game. Sometimes I wonder what the hell these guys are looking at.
I'm with you.
Guys and gals, what are you looking at? They're winning the game. They're winning close games. They're winning what they have to do to win a game. Yeah, it's not pretty. It doesn't have bells and whistles, but they're winning, and they're getting themselves to another playoff mode. I mean, it just cracks me up to hear some of the comments these last few weeks about, well, it's time. But, hey, this is their 23rd home Monday Night Football victory. How many people can say that? None can say that. So it's a joke to hear some of these pundits out there. Well, they look stale. Excuse me, did they win?
They won the game.
Are they in first place right now?
Yes, they are.
Okay, they're in first place right now by a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let us get back to the NBA here real quick because Manuch and I opened up the show, and Manuch had his son's hat on talking about the LeBron James rules and the officials and some of the calls that took place in the Lakers-Suns game. I referenced the fact in the game last night in Denver, the Houston Rockets and the Denver Nuggets, it was a hell of a game to watch. It was a playoff-type game. And there was a critical call at the end of the game, which allowed Denver to get a free throw to tie the game, and then they ended up winning in overtime. So you think the Suns and you fans who are Suns fans are getting hosed? Wait till you hear right now the post-game comments from Houston Rockets head coach Ime Udoka after last night's loss.
Ticky-tack. Went along with the game tonight. So not surprised by the crew we had out there. Just in general, I think it's poorly officiated game I've seen in a long time. Two have no business being out there, and the crew chief is acting starstruck. So you're seeing all kind of inconsistent calls. And I'm sure we should have got a few more texts. Keep being who we are. We're not going to adjust to poor officials. So we're going to do what we do, and hopefully they can adjust and call it the right way. Against 2 physical teams in a high-level game. Murray gets 15 free throws, and
I'm surprised he didn't say very similar to what the Suns did with the LA Lakers and watching that fiasco of officiating as well too. I'm surprised he didn't finish the sentence. Good for Ime to bring that up because coaches, players are getting tired of the inconsistency. I think it's just inconsistency.
I agree. Yeah,
I don't think it's bad officiating. I think it's just inconsistency that there are officials obviously that didn't read chapter 2. They skipped to chapter 4, and then they went to chapter 10. That along the way, they missed a lot of chapters as to what's a foul, what's appropriate, what's not. So, Emmy, I second the motion.
I thought it was great where he said, yeah, the crew chief was starstruck.
Hey, well, that was that one official that after LeBron tag teamed him, I think off to the side, that fella goes, hey, can I get your autograph after we're done here? I can sign my officiating shirt here, a little LeBron shirt.
So the reason I ran that and talked about it was because Suns fans, it's not just you. It's not just the Suns.
Oh, we feel so much better now, Jimmy. That not only did we get hosed, that Houston got hosed as well, too. Somebody's going to get hosed every night in the NBA.
Hey, today's replay rewind
so much better.
I know. You feel good now?
No.
It's presented by Lerner and Rowe. Interact, need a check. Just make one call. It's a 602-977-1900. Always at lernerandrowe.com. And they can help you because you get a free consultation as well. Lerner and Rowe. One call, that's all. 602-977-1900. Quick timeout. When we come back, USA Today baseball columnist Bob Nightengale is going to join us. We're going to dive into the Merrill Kelly signing with the D-backs and what are you going to get if you trade Ketel Marte. It is all coming up next. However, let's get an ESPN 620 Sports Center update right now.
It's now time for your Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B's ESPN 620 Sports Center update. I'm Connor Collins. The Arizona Diamondbacks locked up Merrill Kelly on a 2-year, $40 million deal. That includes a vesting option for 2028. Kelly triggers a $12 million guarantee if he reaches 170 innings pitched in 2027, and that number jumps to $14 million if he hits 185. In the NBA, the Pacers are signing former Grand Canyon University standout Gabe McLaughlin to a 10-day hardship contract from their G League, giving the undrafted 2024 GCU product his first NBA opportunity. This ESPN 620 Sports Center update is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. In a wreck, need a check, make one call, that's all. 602-977-1900 or visit Lerner and Rowe, awarded best attorneys in Arizona year after year. USA Today baseball columnist Bob Nightengale joins the guys next.
The biggest game of the year is coming, and at Backyard Desert Ridge, it always sells out. Lock in the best seat in the house now. Reserve your table today and pick the perfect spot, right in front of the massive LED wall or surrounded by more than 50 high-def TVs. Great food, ice-cold drinks, and wall-to-wall action so you don't miss a single play. Every year fills up fast, and once it's gone, it's gone. Don't wait. Swing by Backyard Desert Ridge and secure your big game seat today.
At Stretch Lab, it's not just athletes getting better. It's everyday people moving and feeling their best. Each one-on-one session is customized to you, guided by certified flexologists who help improve mobility, flexibility, and recovery. Whether you're chasing touchdowns or chasing the kids, Stretch Lab keeps you loose, strong, and ready for anything. Stretch your potential today. Find your nearest location at stretchlab.com.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, oh, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025, Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey, just like the holiday season, you know what's going to end soon? The Ford year-end sales event at our Desert Ford dealers. Yep, Paul Calvey's here. We're talking time to get on down to our Desert Ford dealers for the final days of the Ford year-end sales event, where we can celebrate with a 2025 Ford F-150 when we can get 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 in bonus cash with zero down and no payments for 90 days. Let's say that again. Get 0% financing for 60 months plus $8,000 in bonus cash with zero down and no payments for 90 days when you buy a new 2025 Ford F-150 or get into an adventure-ready Ford Explorer. We bought a brand new Explorer last year with 0% financing right now for 60 months plus $8,000 in bonus cash with zero down and no payments for 90 days on a new 2025 Ford Explorer. But hurry, the Ford year-end sales event ends soon at our Desert Ford dealers. Just click buyfordnow.com.
Arizona businesses need more skilled workers, and our students are the solution. At the Pima Joint Technical Education District, we build the talent Arizona businesses rely on. With cutting-edge programs in health and technology and hands-on career training, our 30,000 students will graduate ready for high-demand careers. JTED builds the future of Arizona's workforce. Learn how our students will bring excellence to your business at pimajted.org. This message is sponsored by Potoff Private Philanthropy.
Let's get back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B now on ESPN 620.
Kelly, home of the pitch. And strike three called. Martini just could not get the bat off of his shoulder. And for Kelly, 2 more strikeouts. He's now tied his season high with 9 and just continues to dominate.
I feel like I should do the poltergeist. He's back. Merrill Kelly back with the D-backs. That means that we are going to talk some Major League Baseball. He is our go-to guy. USA Today baseball columnist Bob Nightengale. You can find him on X at @BNightingale. Bob, thank you, pal, as always. Let us begin with what we just discussed there, and then I want to get into the Ketel Marte situation as well. But let us start with Merrill Kelly. 2-year deal. I think most people felt that if you were going to bring a guy back that you let go at the trading deadline this past season, it would have been Kelly. Is that fair?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, when they traded him, they talked about how they wanted him back. He says, "Oh, I'd like to come back." So, yeah, it was like they were made to, come back. I think it would have been a real big surprise for him not to be a Diamondback, when he hit free agency.
Bob, there was rumors out there that there was a California or West Coast team that was also interested in Merrill Kelly offering more money. Were you on to that? Was it anybody in particular, Dodgers, Angels, Athletics, anybody that you could find out one way or the other?
No, I mean, it would make sense if it was a Bay Area team. If it was a A's or a Giants would make the most sense. I wouldn't completely discount the Angels. Not the Dodgers. The Padres don't have any money, so yeah, I would think we're the Bay Area teams, and they factor in taxes and everything else. So this is where his home is. It probably made more. Even with a 3-year deal, made more sense to be here.
So now when you bring him back, which I think was a great move, I think for so many Diamondback fans, looks like obviously Zach Gallen gone. So Kelly fought Erod, Soroka. Is it kind of the rotation for now? Do you think that they look to add another individual and part of the rotation as well? Or do you think that they'll stand pat with what they have?
Well, I think they'll try to bring some young guys in. And, if they do trade Marte, one of those young guys would be part of the mix for sure. You're talking about 5 starters. No true ace. I think Brandon Pfaadt's got a chance to be. Nelson pitched very well, but as the Dodgers and our teams are shown, you need 8 or 9 starters. Really, there's no way you're going through only 5 for the entire season.
All right, Bob. You mentioned the M word, so I'll follow up on it right now. What do you hear? I know your ear is nationwide on the ground listening to all of the chatter. What is the latest that you could tell us then about Marte staying or going?
Well, I think by signing Merrill Kelly, at least that our teams know, okay, we don't have to give a major league starter up in return. We can just, give a bunch of, top young pitchers, minor league pitchers. So before the winter meetings, Diamondbacks seemed very skeptical of whether they would actually trade him. At the end of winter meetings, they seemed more positive that they would, just that they were getting more clarity and that more teams stepped up, maybe more than they thought. So, you're still talking about Boston Red Sox, Tampa Bay Rays, Cincinnati Reds, particularly because they didn't get Schwarber, and I'm missing somebody, not Pittsburgh, but those were in Detroit Tigers. Those were the main teams.
So Bob, if you look at it and look like the bullpen woes that were last year, if you're to trade Ketel Marte, your value, you're trading away an all-star. So how much valuable bullpen relief or closer are you trying to get? I mean, I don't want to see Rob Peter to pay Paul. I think for a lot of Diamondback fans, they want to see something of great value coming back for Ketel Marte. So would it be a bullpen type situation or a couple bullpen guys?
Oh yeah, I would be thinking you're at least talking about 3 pitchers.
Sure.
A couple of starters, a reliever. They're very thin. I mean, Corbin Burns, they invested $210 million in him, so they're not rushing him back. So I think if he comes back in September, that's pretty optimistic thinking. And otherwise, you'd get the 2 closers are both on the injured list. Both will miss most of the season as well. So yeah, just pieces like that. I think too with Burns being out, being realistic, you're probably gearing up more to be a very good team in 2027 rather than 2026. I mean that's a huge loss when you're talking about over and Gurriel's out. We're talking over $50 million on the disabled list. That's tough to swallow.
Bob Nightengale is our guest on the Right Toyota guest line, ESPN 620. All right, so Manuch and I had a conversation last week, and it was about the face of the franchise. And Manuch was concerned that teams are trading away the so-called face of the franchise and well-liked guys like Ketel Marte. I opted for Corbin Carroll, long-term contract. He's going to be a participant when we get ready for the exhibition series in the World Baseball Challenge. So is Corbin Carroll automatically now the face of the Diamondbacks, even if they don't trade Ketel Marte?
Oh, absolutely. I think Corbin Carroll was face of the franchise before. And let's be honest, if Ketel Marte was the face of the franchise, the Diamondbacks would be looking to move him. Obviously, there's a problem in the clubhouse. By not playing, taking the 3 days off after the All-Star game, infuriated, players, front office staff, coaching staff. There's too many things in there. No, there's zero question that Corbin Carroll is definitely the face of the franchise. He's probably too young to be that, vocal leader. I think maybe that will come one day, not quite yet. But no, he's definitely the guy that they would never even listen to an offer for. Where Marte, if he was the face of the franchise, they wouldn't be looking to move him.
Hey, Bob, how does Mike Hazen set himself up? I know you talked to him many times. Has he ever hinted or kind of tipped his hat in reference to the way he sets the season up? Because you look at Diaz going to the Dodgers, you see a lot of other Dodger moves out there. Is he trying to keep up with the Joneses per se, or is he just trying to build his solid of a ball club to compete against the likes of the Dodgers, Padres, Giants, etc.?
Yeah, just looking to compete. Obviously, you're not going to say, "Oh, the Dodgers, have got the Division I." You'll never say that. Even the Rockies, you're not going to say that. So, yeah, I mean, right now, it's almost like, hey, just get into the playoffs, whether division title or more realistic, of course, is a wild card. The Giants have stepped up. Obviously, they've spent some big time money. The Padres look like they're going to descale here a little bit. They lost a couple of starting pitchers. They got big time money problems. So, I think they're thinking, there's no reason at all, realistically, that they can't still, make a run to finish second.
Give us a little bit of a scouting report. Those of us not real familiar with Michael Soroka, to the $7.5 million 1 year deal. What is he? What does he bring to the table, so to speak?
Well, nobody really knows. I mean, a lot of injuries, things like that. It's a gamble, and I'm not sure. I mean, knows what to expect. Had some heartbreaking injuries, that sort of thing. So, you can pencil him down for, 10 wins, I think, if everything goes right. And you just hope that he can have a nice, healthy season. I think, they took a gamble by signing him, but, it's a reasonable gamble at $7.5 million.
Bob, you ever done a game or covered a game in Mexico City?
No, never have. And, know the ball, we've had a few Major League Baseball games there, and that ball flies. And so,
it's mile high.
7,000 feet. 7,000 feet. It's like Flagstaff.
Bet on the over for those. It's a lot of runs.
What is your seeing? I mean, I know it's early hot stove, but there's a lot going on. Alonso going to the Orioles, the Mets. I don't know if they're doing a fire sale. They're cleaning the house, what have you. Is there anything as of yet? Here we are a week before Christmas. Anything that has surprised you, doesn't surprise you, or kind of went, wow, this hot stove is heating up?
No, I find the biggest surprise has been Diaz going to the Dodgers.
Okay.
But yeah, we were surprised too when they turned out and signed Devin Williams after struggles with the Yankees. And once they did that, it's like there's no way they're going to spend $150 million on two relievers. I think what we're seeing is David Stearns, who used to be with the Brewers, is just building the team his way. I mean, he's public enemy number one in New York and could care less about the public relations. Just he wants to build a versatile team in his view. I think he's told the owner, Steve Cohen, hey, anybody can sit in this chair and write paychecks. I want to get this thing right. And they were embarrassed by not making the playoffs last year. So, I think, Steve Cohen's one of the ones that signed Soto for the $765. It's almost like he's turned the keys over to David Stearns and said, you build this team this way. As popular as Pete Alonso was, it was pretty evident David Stearns wanted no part of bringing him back.
Aside from the big money teams, and we know the Dodgers ended up winning the World Series. Toronto was a big money team, not as much as LA, obviously, but they were a big money team. But you had smaller market teams, Milwaukee winning that division. Cincinnati was in it, just didn't quite have enough. Is there another small market team that could be in the mix at the end of this coming season?
I think Kansas City's making the moves, getting some outfield help, get some bats in there. So I would say Kansas City could be that team this year. Let's be honest, Milwaukee's a role model. I mean, for them to have, one of the smallest payrolls in baseball, the smallest market in all of baseball, and they've been in the playoffs, 6 or 7 years now, kind of dominated, division with the Cubs and everything else. I think everybody wants to be like the Brewers. I mean, they just do things right. Get the right guys, constantly turning that thing over. Terrific manager, obviously, and Pat Murphy, losing the Valley. But yeah, and it's almost like Tampa Bay. That was that team in the American League. It's now the Brewers everybody looks at.
So your pick is Kansas City then?
Well, I think Kansas City in the playoffs. I'll pick them. I'm not going to pick them to the World Series. I think I like what Toronto's done, and they got whet their appetite there. I think they're going to, I bet the attendance increases by a good 30%.
Oh, yeah.
There, the fans are going crazy. No reason why they can't win the AL East again and be back in the World Series.
Always great, pal, when we're talking baseball with you. Thank you, Bobby. Have a great day, man.
All right, take care. Happy holidays.
There you go. Happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Bob Nightengale, presented today by All City Towing. It's Arizona's largest towing company, and they are hiring. If you're not satisfied with the gig that you're in right now, check out All City Towing. All you have to do is just go online and type in allcitytowing.com and search careers. Again, that's allcitytowing.com and search careers. It's All City Towing, where your future is always moving forward. When we come back, a little football at 50 as we continue to roll until 4 o'clock this afternoon. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620 on the FM dial, 98.7 HD-2. Also on the World Wide Web, and you can find us on the Arizona Sports app and at arizonasports.com.
Mondays belong to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Live from Biggs America Bar and Grill in Peoria. The guys broadcast every Monday from 1 till 4, right in P83, across from the Peoria Sports Complex at 83rd Avenue in Bell. Then stick around as they host that night's football game. Food, drinks, prizes, and a shot at cash. That's right. Each week, 20 fans get a chance to roll the dough for $10,000. $10,000 Mondays. Biggs Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Be there.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. The insurance company's job is to pay you as little as possible. Our job is to get you every dollar you deserve. Call Lerner & Rowe today and let's make them pay. Call 977-1900.
Rock for RightToyota.com. At Right Toyota, they'd like you to get to know them. Their goal is to make buying your next vehicle the kind of experience that earns your recommendation to family and friends. They invite you to use all of their innovative web tools on RightToyota.com. So if you're looking for a new or pre-owned Toyota, head to their interactive website at RightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection, all at RightToyota.com.
Need to feed a crowd? Let Venencia's bring the flavor to your next event. We know you have a lot of options when feeding a large group. Ordering directly from Venencia's means you get the best service and the absolute best pricing. There's no per-person fee. Just tell us how many people you need to feed, and we'll come up with a perfect plan to ensure everyone's well-fed and happy. Grad party, office celebration, family reunion. Invite Venencia's to the table. Text catering to 411-24/7. That's catering to 411-247 or Venencias.com.
You buckle them in, but are they really protected? In Arizona, child passenger safety starts with the right car seat. Double check that your child is in the proper seat based on their age and size, and that it's correctly installed. The wrong fit or a loose seat can put your child at serious risk. Need help installing your car seat? Certified technicians can help for free. Learn more at gohs.az.gov. This message is sponsored by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety.
Most pedestrian and bicycle crashes happen early morning or at night. The leading cause? Drivers failing to yield. Since 2010, traffic fatalities for people walking and biking have doubled in Arizona. So stay alert and watch for bicycles and pedestrians. There's no such thing as accidents. Learn more about the risks at azdot.gov/no accidents. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Department of Transportation.
Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B want to take you back. A quick reflection on some of the more memorable moments in sports and pop culture. Now, time for your Right Toyota on this day report. Right Toyota, right on the corner, right on the price. Right Toyota in Scottsdale.
All right, everybody, welcome back in. As I've mentioned in the past, we roll all the way until 4 o'clock. This is one of our favorite segments because Manuch and I, since I'm 622 and Manuch is 442.
Give or take.
Yeah, we get to relive history, and that's why we call it On This Day.
Yeah, well, we live this one going back to 1973. O.J. Simpson sets the rushing history. O.J. Simpson sets an NFL rushing record, 14 games, mind you, folks.
Yes.
As he rushes for over 2,000 yards in a season. 142 yards per game, averages 25 carries per game, breaking Jim Brown's record. Let that marinate a little bit, okay? 14 games, 2,000 yards. He's averaging 142 yards per game. He's averaging 25 to 30 carries per game. Most teams nowadays don't carry 25 to 30 total team versus what they did back with O.J. Simpson.
I got a question for you here. And look, we all know what happened later in life, and it was awful, and he's dead, and okay. But is it just because of what happened later in his life that he is not mentioned ever with the top running backs ever in the NFL?
Yeah, they'll mention the
because
record.
He should be.
Sure, yeah, they'll mention the record. They'll mention the record, but they leave that bad boy alone because they'll mention his record.
Yeah.
And they'll move on. And rightfully so, Jimmy. I mean, that was just horrific. I know.
I know.
Yeah. So it's just mention it. You move on like we are today.
Yeah.
This day in 1973, 142 yards per game.
Wow.
25 carries per game.
Wow.
As he broke Jim Brown's record. But the thing that's amazing is in 14 games versus the 16 games, which look what Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, and so many of those guys did. Hey, we're going to go back to your high school era.
Okay.
1918.
Absolutely.
Jack Dempsey knocked out Carl Morris in just 14 seconds in Nolens. One of the quickest knockouts in boxing history. Now, I know that Mike Tyson would knock folks out quick, but not 14 seconds. I mean, can we call that against Carl Morris? Carl, was that a phantom drop? Did you get paid well for that bad boy? Jack Dempsey going way, way back. While not historical, here's what's happening today.
Okay.
It's the 2025-2026 PDC World Dart Championship.
Oh, I love this.
Underway as a major global event. I used to watch this all the time.
I did too.
It's great. I love watching. Matter of fact, Kenny Stabler was one of the best dart throwers. I think he used to compete
in
the off season as far as darts. A snake.
Wow.
One of those guys. And then, all right, folks, settle down. Hands at 10 and 2. It's the NBA Cup final preview featuring the Knicks and Spurs.
Can't wait.
It's the NBA Cup championship tonight.
Yeah.
T-Mobile Arena in Vegas. 6:30 on Prime.
I'll be watching. I'll be watching that.
I just
bad boy.
had to mention that.
I want to see Wemby play.
It's a good matchup. It'll be a good matchup, but it's the NBA Cup championship. It's not even mid-season yet. It's in Vegas.
Give me the football music. He's killing me.
Thank you. I love football 50. I mentioned earlier that the Pittsburgh Steelers, this is a record that'll probably never, ever, did I say ever, Jimmy?
Yeah, you said ever.
Be broken. The Steelers won their 23rd home game on Monday Night Football.
Incredible.
As they beat the Miami Dolphins last night. By the way, we had a great time at Biggs American Bar and Grill out there at 83rd Avenue and Bell Road. We had a lot of Steeler fans. I saw two Miami Dolphin fans. Two.
Okay.
By the way, I think we did. What did we give away? 4 or 5 gift cards. Connor, was it 4 or 5 gift cards last night? A lot of folks rolling around last night. So that from there, you guys paying attention back there? Anybody? How many did we give away last? Gift cards. Okay, about 4 or 5.
That's great.
So folks were in there rolling the dice.
That's great.
Last night. So if you have time of Monday Night Football, you roll the dice, you spell out winner, $10,000. By the way, I always warn everybody, if you're going to come out to Biggs and roll the dice, we do have to film you. So if you roll winner, we got to have it on tape.
Yeah, you have to.
So if you're part of the witness protection program,
that's why I'm not there.
Just heads up. And if you're not supposed to be there, just a heads up. It looks like the Commanders are going to shut down Jaden Daniels for the year. An assortment of injuries, the shoulder, the knee, the hip. And they're feeling pretty good about Marcus Mariota, who's expected to start the final 3 games. The one thing we talked about this last year, you don't want to see another former Redskin, now Commander quarterback in the likes of CP3. Remember how much they did the RPO and the spread?
They
just
did.
kind of coming about.
Yeah.
Come to find out, Mike Shanahan really didn't want to go down that road, but that's what the kid did when he was at Baylor, won the Heisman Trophy.
Right. Yep.
But he got banged up, he got beat up, and he pretty much, I felt his career was shortened because of all the injuries. Now, he did heal up.
Yeah.
He did heal up, became a solid backup for many, many years. But I just want to caution the Commanders, don't go down that road with Jaden Daniels. You can do the RPO, some of the quarterback running, but you have to understand these guys that are 6'5", 250 that can run, they'll knock you into Tomorrowland.
Yep.
And some of your body parts don't move. They don't adjust as you're going to have to pop them back into place. So it looks like they're going to shut down one Jaden Daniels, and Marcus Mariota's going to be the guy. The Broncos, an 11-game winning streak, have claimed the number 1 seed in the AFC and are making a strong case to be considered the AFC's best team. Talk about a team that came back in the second half. They are a second-half team. Yeah. They're a fourth-quarter team. Bo Nix is shaking off the sophomore jinx. He'll be featured a little bit later in Manuch's clipboard report when you look at all the things he's doing.
Doesn't shock me.
And he's really taken into this Sean Payton offense. So good for him. It looks like the Rams clinched. They're going to be a part of the playoffs. They're the first team in the NFL to secure a playoff spot.
They're good, Manuch.
They are very good. They've moved into the top position as of now, as far as the Power 6 rankings are concerned. Talked about this a little bit yesterday. The Chiefs have been eliminated from the playoffs. It looks as though the surgery that Patrick Mahomes had was the MCL and PCL.
Yes.
I'm sorry, ACL.
And LCL.
Yeah, there you go. So it was a little
The
worse.
lateral lateral ligament. Yes.
They're a little worse than they thought. The Jacksonville Jaguars have won 5 straight games and are ranked as high as number 6 in the latest power rankings. Trevor Lawrence, hint, could be the good quarterback in Manuch's clipboard report. And don't look now. Who are the Cardinals facing this weekend, Jimmy B?
They're playing the Atlanta Falcons.
Okay, the Buccaneers, Falcons, and Panthers are in a tight race for the NFC title.
Wait a minute. You mean this game it could really mean something?
Yes. Those 3 teams are in the hunt. And believe it or not, mathematically speaking, the Saints are not out of it either.
Hello, Tyler Shuck.
Did I say the Buccaneers, Falcons, and Panthers?
Yeah.
So the Falcons are still in the race. So there you go, Jimmy. There's a little football 50 for you.
Thank you, my brother. Football at 50 presented by our great partnership with G2G protein bars, and you can find them in the refrigerated section at Costco, also online at G2GBar.com. It's grab-and-go goodness since 2010. On sale right now at Costco. G2G protein bars, also online at G2GBar.com. When we come back, hour number 2, ASU Sideline Reporter Kevin Turner. He is going to join us. We're going to get his thoughts on the upcoming bowl game, and the portal is about to open as well. Hang in there, everybody. We're coming right back. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. ESPN 620, 98.7 FM, HD-2, streaming live on ArizonaSports.com.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
If your car is out of warranty, one major repair bill could wipe you out. Just ask Ludacris.
Car breakdowns can wreck your wallet. Without Endurance, a worn-out timing belt could cost you $1,700. A busted transmission, that's $4,000 easy. An engine meltdown, $7,000. But if you've got Endurance, you could never pay out of pocket for a car repair again. With Endurance, your car's most expensive parts are covered. Plus, you pick the mechanic you trust to do the work. With Endurance, your rate stays the same no matter how many claims you file.
If your car is under 20 years old, Endurance has you covered with unlimited miles. Plus, your plan includes 24/7 roadside assistance anywhere in the country. Choose the name Ludacris trusts, Endurance. Right now, get $300 off any plan, plus a year of elite benefits, a $2,000 value, free. All backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. For your free quote, call 800-298-9539. 800-298-9539. 800-298-9539.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-791-0000. That's 800-791-0000.
Whether you're gifting, decorating, or treating yourself, Lowe's December deal drops are here to help you save more all month long. Get up to 50% off select holiday decor. Plus, get up to 45% off select tools and accessories. Shop new December deal drops every week this month and get so much more out of your holidays. Lowe's, we help, you save. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Tired of the same old weekend routine? Then head to Putting World. Experience an elevated 18-hole golf adventure, followed by delicious eats, handcrafted cocktails, and live music at our chef-driven restaurant, Bar 19. Enjoy daily specials and happy hour deals that are sure to keep your wallet happy. Birdies, bites, and brews await. Check out this week's live music schedule at puttingworld.com or just swing on by Putting World, located in the Scottsdale Promenade. Eat it, drink it, sink it. Putting World.
The season of giving starts with getting, because Twin Peaks just launched their holiday bonus card event. Buy a gift card for someone on your list, and we'll hook you up with a bonus card just for you. Because giving feels great, but getting rewarded for it, even better. Share the gift of crave-worthy food, ice-cold 29-degree beer, and good times at Twin Peaks. And treat yourself while you're at it. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views. Twin Peaks, with 5 Valley locations. Bonus cards redeemable January 1st through 31st, 2026. Participating locations only.
KTAR AM Phoenix, Arizona's home for the worldwide leader in sports, is ESPN 620. And now, an on-air sports marketing presentation. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, now on ESPN 620, 98.7 FM HD-2, and streaming live at arizonasports.com. The guys are powered by the law offices of Lerner and Rowe. In a wreck and need a check? Make one call, that's all. 602-977-1900. And now on your ESPN station in Phoenix, ESPN 620, Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
Hey, everybody, welcome back in. We roll all the way till 4 o'clock. Second hour presented today by Backyards Desert Ridge. Now, listen, the big game is coming up. We all know what that means. Backyard at Desert Ridge always sells out. So you want to get the best seat in the house for the upcoming Super Bowl. Now, the time to lock it in is right now. Just stop by Desert Ridge today. Reserve your table, pick your spot right in front of the 4 massive LED walls or surrounded by more than 50 high-def TVs. Crave working food, ice-cold drinks, electric energy. They've got you covered. And it's all available at Backyard Desert Ridge. Once again, they sell out fast. Don't wait because it will be sold out. Swing by Backyard's Desert Ridge. Claim your seat for the upcoming big game. All right, Manuch, let us begin with a little Cardinal conversation. I wish I knew where to begin. I'm just shell-shocked that what has been happening here, and I'll just ask you point blank.
Now, let me ask you something first.
Okay, go ahead.
So you're watching that game.
Yeah.
That game, and we got home about 4 o'clock from our vacation.
Yep.
So I watched a replay, and I was following it, sitting at the airport, following it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 17-0 after a quarter. And I don't really want to pay attention. I kind of follow what's going on.
I understand.
So when I turn the game on, I go, my gosh, let me take a look at this. I'm going to be very, very, not so much critical. I just want to keep that open eye on it.
Okay.
I sit there and go, you got to be kidding me. I guess that's the first words that I have. You just sit there and you just kind of go, why? You got a crossing route and you have 2 guys miss a Buda Baker, one of them. It's just a crossing route.
Mm-hmm.
And he takes it all the way to the house. And then the opening kickoff, Brooks gets it. Ball gets knocked out. They get the ball, catch it on the fly, and they score again.
Yep.
And then you see the gaff after gaff after gaff. And then you see a kickoff hit the return. I think it's Kreiner in the face mask.
Yeah.
Need glasses? What do you need here? I mean, are you serious? And then you see a couple of returns on top of that. So special teams, I mean, it's a 3-way loss, and you watch this and you watch this and you watch this.
It's a circus.
It really is. And, everybody said, Mark Schlereth was talking about, well, they play hard and they're not giving up. Well, they're not supposed to give up, and they're supposed to play hard. Forgive me that these are pros. Yeah. They're supposed to play hard.
They make big money.
I get it. Now, I will say this. He did say, though, but what you're seeing on a consistent basis is that these guys are consistently out of position. They're not executing. that the running backs on a consistent basis are getting into the second level. Jawar Jordan, the young man, the fine running back out of Hamilton High School, went to Louisville, comes off the practice squad, gets 100 yards. He's averaging 6.7 yards per carry
against
this Cardinals defense.
Yeah.
Now, they averaged 4.5 per carry overall.
Right.
But I see constant mistakes, constant lack of execution. I'm seeing the same old. Now, if not for Jacoby Brissett and Trey McBride, and I'll even say Michael Wilson,
okay,
this team would get blown out 72-5, because at least they can have an semblance of a passing game that they can get the ball down the field. But even then, all of a sudden you're 2 scores down, you go 3 and out. You're 2 scores down and you give up a big play. Then you're 3 scores down. So all of a sudden you're 1 score down, you give up a play, you're 2 scores down. Then all of a sudden you're 2 scores down, you have a chance, you give up another play, or you fail to convert on third down. You see now, Jimmy, there's always something that prevents them from tying the game up, making the game competitive, or making something to where they're back in the game. They just never can get back in the game for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I could list a litany of reasons why.
They just suck pond water. That's what they do. And I'm really struggling with this, and that was going to be my question to you.
And the thing is, it's not because of lack of effort.
No.
They're getting paid, folks.
Yes.
It's just that effort it's going one way or the other. You can bemoan the injuries, the young guys, all you want. That's what your general manager is for, is to make sure when you have injuries, hopefully you have the right pieces to plug in there, plug and play if you have to, because everybody has injuries. Everybody has people go down. Your key injuries, you have other people go down. And I think that's one of the things where Cardinal fans go, well, and the other thing, trust me, this whole injury thing and you think it's not a mulligan that's going to be the one that's going to save Jonathan Gannon's job. It's really not. And if the Cardinals use that as a springboard to bring Gannon back,
yes,
then it's kind of like, well, then we can keep him, because if we go to the open market, we're going to have to pay Mike McCarthy maybe $6 to $7 million a year. We have to pay Jonathan Gruden another $5 to $7 million a year. That at that point, Cardinal fans don't care what you pay somebody to come in and get this thing cleaned up and get this thing fixed.
All right, then that is going to be my question. And you poo-pooed it by saying you can't accept the injuries.
No.
So if I'm Jonathan Gannon, and I'm glad I'm not, right, at this particular
Well, he's
time.
getting paid pretty well. He's doing fine.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
He's doing damn good.
All right. However, last year, your boy with the 49ers, Brock Purdy, out.
Yep.
Running back Christian McCaffrey, out. They lost Trent Williams, out. They lost 3/4 of their team.
Yes.
They won 6 games.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals have won 3 so far,
Okay.
and they're on a terrible losing streak. They did not change coaches. They did not panic. So is that, and you always like to use the word comp, is if you were Gannon, is that
No,
the comp
hell no,
that
ain't
you
close.
would use?
Are you kidding me?
I'm just
Apples
saying.
to oranges, Jimmy.
They lost.
Okay.
They lost half their
Time out.
team last year.
Time out.
They won 6. Right now, the Cardinals have lost half their team, and they've won 3.
Let me ask this, Jimmy. B.
Okay.
Okay. I can't believe you brought up the 49ers. How many Super Bowls has Kyle Shanahan taken that team?
That's history.
He took him
that.
He took him to the playoffs
Yes, I know.
before.
I'm well
He's
aware.
got cachet.
He does.
He's got credit.
So you're telling me then that was the other part of my question, that Gannon has no cachet
No,
whatsoever.
hell no. Hell no.
All right.
Kyle Shanahan has taken a team as an offensive coordinator to a Super Bowl in Atlanta. He's been to 2 Super Bowls with the San Francisco 49ers.
Yep.
That group before that got injured and banged up.
Yep.
He still won 6 games with a JV team. So I could tell you, well, Jimmy, what a hell of a job he did. He had the JV team literally, and he won 6 games. You know what? They were competitive with a backup quarterback. They're competitive. But he's got tons of cachet. I can't believe you brought that up. I almost feel like saying, let me play that back. You're going, you're going to compare San Francisco
No, not
and
me.
Kyle Shanahan
Not me.
to Jonathan Gannon?
I'm telling you, not me.
For the last 3 years? You just brought it up.
I brought it up because I referenced, if you're Jonathan Gannon, is that your pitch than to Michael Bidwell. That, hey, look what happened last year to the 49ers, how bad they were because of injuries.
Michael
It's
Bidwell,
similar to our team.
He would kick you out of his office, Jimmy B. Did you get too much fresh air this morning?
I'm doing great.
Do you have a ganja pipe? You bring that up. You're bringing Gannon compared to Shanahan's record. I'm sorry, folks. I apologize. That he would compare that
I'm not comparing it. I was talking as if I was Jonathan Gannon. Would I use that as a way to save my butt?
No. Well, if I brought that to Michael Bidwell, hey, you know what?
Look at last year with the 49ers.
Even though he's been to 3 Super Bowls, and that team he did it. Oh, by the way, he did it with a rookie quarterback to an NFC championship. All that. Michael Bidwell would kick. He'd say, "Excuse me, you're going to bring that up to all your injuries? I pay you to coach. I pay that general manager to have the right people. I pay you to win. Everybody's got injuries. That holds no water whatsoever, Jimmy B. Are you high over there?
I'm not high, Manuch. I'm just asking the question. If you were Jonathan Gannon, because you already said injuries cannot be a factor in your decision on him.
No.
And I was just posing it as Jonathan Gannon telling Michael Bidwell, look what happened to the 49ers last year. And now that they have those pieces.
You know what Michael Bidwell would tell him?
Now they have those
tell him,
pieces
no, just
back.
stop because it's ridiculous what you're bringing up.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. He would say, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
This is just his 3rd year as head coach. So
is he making progress? Is he making progress?
He did make progress
He's given up.
He won. How many games did he win?
Won 8.
8.
Where's the progress? Okay.
That is progress.
4 to 8.
Because, yes, exactly. He won 4 more games last year.
How many wins he got this year?
He's got 3.
Okay. Is that progress?
No, but he had the entire team injured.
Are you getting paid by the Cardinals these days?
No, I'm not. I was posing the question as Jonathan Gannon.
Because it's a ridiculous question.
No, it's not.
It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. For you to bring that up. Hey, you know what? I couldn't. I'm sorry I didn't get my homework done. My dog ate the homework.
Dog ate my homework.
And it's a ridiculous question. It is absolutely, for him to even bring that up, and he wouldn't bring it up. Jonathan Gannon has got more pride. He's got more sense. They have lost 4 of the last 6 games.
Yeah.
They've lost, 11 out of the last 12?
Yes.
By 40 points.
I know.
Or more.
Yeah.
Or the decision. Here's the other thing, too. You can bemoan all the facts about lack of players' experience, injuries. Some of the on-the-field decisions that we have seen, you take the Jacksonville Jaguars, who right now are in first place in the AFC South.
They are.
You take them to overtime. You make a decision on 4th and 4. You're in overtime. You have a chance to go down the field. You might tie it up, or you could win it. And you're going to take a deep throw, a 50-50 ball on a 4th and 4 when you got 2 guys wide open to get the first down and keep the drive going. And maybe you score and you win the game, and you just happen to pull one out, and you're going to support that throw when you got man cover, you got a safety over the top to come and break that up and say, I would support it again. When he said, you know what, I would do the same thing all over again, I went, bingo. For Cardinal fans, that kind of thinking is wrong thinking. You know what he's doing? He's covering up for his offensive coordinator.
Okay.
He's covering up for Drew Petzing.
Okay.
Okay. For Nick Wallace and some of the defenses and lack of defenses and things that they're doing, man coverage, zone, and not adjusting to these teams, that's coaching. So much of bad coaching, guys being in the wrong position. And then Jimmy.
Yeah.
Some of these phantom tackles we're seeing all the time. Does anybody wrap up or anybody tackle?
No.
You can bemoan injuries, you can bemoan youth, but when it comes to coaching and coaching decisions, and was it 2 weeks ago? It was 4th and 1 on your own 39-yard line.
Correct.
Okay. So you run a sweep on your own 39-yard line. And they're in line. Who was that game they played against where they got the field goal from that standpoint? But they gave up 3 points.
Yes.
And they ended up losing by how many?
962.
By 3 points.
Yeah.
So my point is the decisions that you're seeing this staff, Jonathan Gannon, and this staff in reference to all the things that they're not doing is just what drives a lot of people nuts. If they were making good decisions and they were doing some of the things that made sense and then you say you would do it all over again,
Mm-hmm.
I would just go time out. That dog's just not going to hunt.
All
As a
right.
matter of fact, it was the Tampa Bay game.
Okay.
That was the Tampa Bay game that they made the bad decision
They
to go
did.
for. And they lost by 3,
They
right?
did, yes.
You gave up. You can't do that.
Okay.
It's a National Football League.
Here's Jonathan Gannon after the game on how he's dealing with all of the injuries.
If they're not healthy enough to play, I ain't going to put them out there. We actually have a lot of guys that are playing pretty, I wouldn't say beat up, but it's mid-December here. You're playing a bunch of games. I would be lying to tell you that everyone feels great in there. But I know the core of that locker room, if they can play, they'll play. And we got guys that haven't played, in this last game or a couple of weeks that I know are fighting hard to get back and play this week. So I'm appreciative of that. When they can play, they'll play.
All right, let us skip down here then to one more cut with Gannon where he has to reevaluate, already discussing next year.
I mean, health and development are two of the biggest things to me. And there's a lot of different factors that go into that. And I'm responsible for all of them.
Yeah, and the point they said, look, I'm not going to put anybody out there unless they're 100%.
Yeah.
So it's your responsibility to have them ready. Okay, it's responsibility for the general manager to put the right kind of people in there to make sure that they're ready. And I think that's the key right there. So the development is, well, you only lost 7 games by 4 points or less. You lost the game.
Yes.
That's the bottom line.
I agree with that.
So it's a National Football League, folks. This isn't college where you got 3 years to rebuild and then 4 or 5, even in college.
Right.
If you don't get the right guys with NIL, it's the rebuilding is out the window. So if you're not seeing development, if you're not seeing improvement with whomever you're putting out there, and you're seeing yourself in reference to, let's see, since the 7 games of last year, this team is 16-21.
Wow.
They've lost 11 out of 12.
Wow.
And what is their record in NFC West now? 3-14 or something like that? 3-15?
It's terrible.
It's just not true. And then, hey, look, it's just not working.
Okay.
And Cardinal fans don't want you to charge prime rib prices for garlic bologna. They don't care. They're going, wait a second, that's garlic bologna. But
I
you're
hate
charging me
garlic
for
bologna.
Oh, I love garlic bologna.
Ugh.
But they see what I'm saying? Don't dupe the fans when you're seeing you got bologna out there and you want to charge prime rib prices. That dog ain't going to hunt, as they say in Texas.
That might have been one of the greatest segments ever on this
Appreciate it.
world-class radio show.
Love it.
Let us take a quick time out after that. College football playoffs. Hey, first round action getting underway on Friday. We're going to come back and dive into that. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620.
Mondays belong to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Live from Biggs America Bar and Grill in Peoria. The guys broadcast every Monday from 1 till 4, right in P83, across from the Peoria Sports Complex at 83rd Avenue in Bell. Then stick around as they host that night's football game. Food, drinks, prizes, and a shot at cash. That's right. Each week, 20 fans get a chance to roll the dough for $10,000. $10,000 Mondays. Biggs Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Be there.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Being in an auto accident is traumatic. You need to call the best law firm that has the experience to get you the best results. Call 977-1900. That's 977-1900.
At Stretch Lab, it's not just athletes getting better. It's everyday people moving and feeling their best. Each one-on-one session is customized to you, guided by certified flexologists who help improve mobility, flexibility, and recovery. Whether you're chasing touchdowns or chasing the kids, Stretch Lab keeps you loose, strong, and ready for anything. Stretch your potential today. Find your nearest location at stretchlab.com.
Now open in North Scottsdale. It's the Orangedale Lounge. ODs, right off Thompson Peak and Bell, next to Bash's. Your new favorite dive bar has arrived. Cold drafts, chill vibes, always affordable prices, and the OD Mug Club, a one-of-a-kind membership you won't find anywhere else. No frills, just great people, ice-cold drinks, and a bar that feels like it's always been there. Follow at OD Scottsdale and get the scoop at orangedalelounge.com. Orangedale Lounge. Dive in and drink up.
Kids across America are going to school hungry. Millions of kids every day. But one simple thing can help change all of this for a hungry child in America. Good, healthy food and the energy it brings. With help from caring people across America, No Kid Hungry is providing healthy meals and hope to hungry kids so they can build better futures. To learn more about ending child hunger in America, go to helpnokidhungry.org today.
Hey, y'all, I'm Kelly Clarkson. Every American dreams of creating a better life for his or her family, but in some communities, those dreams face difficult challenges. When we come together to help those in need get the same opportunities as everyone else, we truly are making our country a better place to live for all of us. So look for volunteer opportunities in your community to help others achieve the American dream, all right? This message is courtesy of the United States Air Force.
It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on their new home, ESPN 620.
For Kennesaw State. 2nd and 4. Creel. Pressure coming up the middle. Flushed out. Now he's going to run for it. Picks up the first down and then some. Bounce towards the end zone for a touchdown.
You got to love it. Bowl season, college football.
Starting tonight,
and
Jimmy
the
B.
playoffs. I know. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you for ESPN for the highlight featuring Kennesaw State, one of Manuch's favorite teams. Let us quickly get into the playoff picture. Tonight, by the way, is the Salute the Veterans Bowl. It is Troy versus Jackson State, 6 o'clock. Tonight, if you would
Jacksonville
like to,
State.
Jacksonville State, thank you. That you would want to watch that game tonight. Manuch, let us start because this is what everybody is going to be dialed into.
By the way,
yeah,
please tell me you and Roc absolutely hammered, buried, shredded Pete Bavacqua and the Notre Dame Fighting Girl crew that they have on that team.
Absolutely sliced them to smithereens.
Did you send Pete Bavacqua a rose-colored dress and a pair of high heels?
Sliced him up, diced him up. There was nothing left of the guy. Put him in the blender, skewered him on over a fire, and ran his butt out of town.
Thank you, because of the other, I think of so many other that felt jilted over the years. The embarrassment for the Notre Dame alumni. Did Father O'Leary call him into the office there at Notre Dame, make him do 25 Our Fathers, 50 Hail Marys, and just kneel on his knees?
Just go to the confessional.
Just absolutely. I just want to get that off my chest. That was one of the most embarrassing tirades, rants that I've seen
I'm with you.
ever
I'm with you.
in college football. And thank you, Big 12 Commissioner, to step up and say so.
Brent
in his
Yormack.
Yormack.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good. Nope, we were good. I know
you had to.
I know you were snorkeling in Cabo, but yes, we just let him have it. Trust me.
I think I was having that pina colada.
Probably.
By the way, no umbrella with my pina coladas, okay?
Friday night, ESPN, ABC. It is number 9 Alabama, number 8 Oklahoma. All right, football boy. What do you like and what you don't like?
You know, it's a rematch, believe it or not. Everybody forgets. Oh, that's right. Oklahoma won in Tuscaloosa. Yeah, 23-21. You know what? You sit here, you look at this game, and you just tell yourself, okay, what quarterback? You got Ty Simpson, who struggled a little bit at the end of the season. Then you got Mateer, who struggled a little bit.
Yep.
What team can control the line of scrimmage? All of a sudden, OU, they've got a little bit of defense.
They do.
They showed up in Tuscaloosa. They went toe-to-toe with Bama. It was one of those slobber knockers because everybody thinks, well, Oklahoma is more of a finesse team. No, they're not. They're a tough team. They know how to play defense. But I got to tell you what, I just look at Alabama. I look at what DeBoer can do. By the way, DeBoer has made it very loud and clear.
Yes.
He's not going to Michigan.
I wouldn't go there right now.
I wouldn't either. Oh, no.
Wow.
Why would you do that?
Wow.
But I don't know. I just think Alabama in this game, Jimmy B, I could see them winning this game by a field goal.
All right. The other game then, all of them then are Saturday. Let's start with number 10 Miami at number 7 Texas A&M. It is ABC ESPN at 10 a.m. My pick is the upset. I love the Miami Hurricanes in this game.
Yeah, you know what? You look at the experience for Carson Beck at quarterback. He's been there and done that, right?
Yeah.
But you just look at Texas A&M, what they've done defensively, what they're going to look to do. Those are some of the things that you're going to do. But Kyle Field, you've been there before.
I have. I've done games
that
there.
place
It's
is
nuts.
Yep. I don't know. I just like Texas A&M. I believe that Colin Klein is back to be the offensive coordinator for this Texas A&M team.
Even though he's the new coach at K-State.
Exactly. So, this is another one of those close games. And just imagine, I think what they're going to do, I see this defense of A&M getting pressure all over Carson Beck. I really do. Now, they've got some talent. They got some skill guys. But I think if they can stop the run and put the onus on Carson Beck, I think that's how they force their hand. But I also think that you look at this A&M running game, and with their quarterback, this kid's legit. This kid can throw, he can run. Again, I see a close one A&M winning this on their home field.
Okay, TNT at 1:30. It is number 11 Tulane at Ole Miss. Tulane's really good, but Ole Miss lost their coach. However, several of the assistant coaches have returned, even though they went to LSU with Lane Kiffin, and so Ole Miss should be just fine.
And Ole Miss can't get caught up in all that.
I'm with you.
I really believe that it's going to be a good game.
I think Tulane will play them hard.
I think they will. I think by about the third quarter, the Ole Miss will really start to get their running game, and they'll start to get on track. But again, their QB and their offense has really been one of the more creative. Now, Lane Kiffin was calling those plays.
He was.
He's one of the more creative play callers in all of college football. But I just think that the Tulane Green Wave is just going to face a very motivated. And when you lose your head coach and you have a lot of disarray around you, you got to have those leaders in that locker room, those senior leadership and your captains, and those coaches to say, look, what's happened has happened. We have a chance to win a national title. It's never happened to Ole Miss football. I mean, I can go way back to the old Archie Manning era.
Sure.
You can go to Eli Manning era. You can go way back. So I think those are some of the things that they're going to win this game, and I think they'll start to pull away in the second half.
Last game of the day at 4:30, James Madison at Oregon. Do James Madison have a chance at all?
You know, again, Jimmy, they'll be competitive, but I think Oregon, I think will win this game methodically. I think if they feel they can come out and just be the flying Willinda brothers throwing the ball all over the place, they've got another thing coming. They're going to have to be methodical, but I just think that this Oregon team, I think this is the biggest spread.
It is.
Out of all these first-round playoffs. But I just think that what they're doing on offense, and especially on defense, their defense has really come around.
Yeah.
They'll shun James Madison, and they should win this going away within the first half.
Hey, we want to make sure that you enter at Twin Peaks for the Gridiron Getaway. Here's all you have to do. You just text Peaks to 59925. Again, that is Peaks to 59925. Or if you are at one of the 5 Twin Peaks locations, just tap on the QR code and you are automatically entered. Well, you're probably saying, well, Jimmy, you dumbo, what are we entered for? Tickets to the Cardinals-Rams game. We also pick up the hotel. We have travel cash for you. And the runner-up prize is $500, Twin Peaks Big Game Party. Once again, just text Peaks to 59925. Sun Devils 2 weeks away from playing in the Sun Bowl against Duke. We're going to check in with a guy who knows all and sees all, Kevin Turner, for the Sun Devils. However, first, here's Connor, ESPN 620 Sports Center Update.
It's now time for your Roc Manuch with Jimmy B's ESPN 620 Sports Center Update. I'm Connor Collins. The Arizona Diamondbacks locked up Merrill Kelly on a 2-year, $40 million deal that includes a vesting option for 2028. Kelly triggers a $12 million guarantee if he reaches 170 innings pitched in 2027. And that number jumps to $14 million if he hits 185. In the NBA, the Pacers are signing former Grand Canyon University standout Gabe McLaughlin to a 10-day hardship contract for the G League affiliate, giving the undrafted 2024 GC product his very first NBA opportunity. This ESPN 620 Sports Center update is powered by Lerner and Rowe Attorneys. And a wreck, need a check, make one call, that's all. 602-977-1900 or visit lernerandrowe.com. Awarded best attorneys in Arizona year after year. Lerner and Rowe. ASU Sideline Reporter Kevin Turner joins the guys next here on ESPN Phoenix.
This holiday season, Backyard Desert Ridge is the place to celebrate. Bring the family. Santa stops by December 13th and 20th from 3 to 5 with cookies, cheer, and photo ops. Still shopping? Grab a Backyard gift card and enjoy our holiday specials, the perfect stocking stuffer. While you're here, enjoy elevated bar favorites, handcrafted cocktails, and over 40 beer options. Catch every game on more than 50 HD TVs and 4 massive LED walls. Backyard Desert Ridge has the holiday spirit turned all the way up. Follow us on socials and make Backyard your Christmas hangout.
Sun Devil men's basketball is heating up, and now you can build a ticket plan on your terms. With the Sun Devils mini plan, you choose any 6 home games you want, including the biggest Big 12 matchups of the year, Kansas and Arizona. Lock in the rivalries, circle the heavy hitters, or stack your schedule with weekends that work for you. 6 games, your choice, your vibes, your Sun Devils. Grab your mini plan today at sundeviltickets.com. That's sundeviltickets.com.
Another Arizona storm season's rolling through. Before the next big downpour hits, call State 48 Roofing for your free roof inspection. Whether it's cracked tiles, flat roofs, or old shingles, don't wait for leaks to show up. State 48 Roofing is Arizona's #1 referred roofer, trusted for over a decade in both residential and commercial roofing. Protect your home, protect your business with State 48 Roofing. Visit state48roofing.com or call 480-268-4509 today.
Arizona's headquarters for Toyotas is Wright Toyota. Hey, Rock, for my friends at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. You will always find the right deal at Wright Toyota. Wright Toyota has been driving Arizona's home for years with their amazing service, pricing, and great selections. I encourage you to discover the difference at Wright Toyota. Make the right choice, Wright Toyota, just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard, and always online at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection. Check out WrightToyota.com.
It's back. Sign up now for the Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B annual Pro Football Pick'em contest, powered by all 5 Twin Peaks locations. Pick the winners each week, score great prizes all season long, and earn bragging rights until next year. And don't forget, the guys are live every Thursday from 1 to 4 to kick off your football weekend at one of the 5 Valley Twin Peaks lodges. It's free to play and easy to join. Just head to fanpick'em.com. That's fanpick'em.com, powered by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views, and your home for pro football.
It's where every slam dunk dream and memory of your favorite game is stored. Your brain shapes you, defines you, makes you you. Yet as many athletes know, a brain or spine condition can change that. That's why Barrow pushes the boundaries of neuroscience medicine and what's possible. Consistently ranked among the best in the country, Barrow fights to help patients hold on to their dreams, memories, and themselves right here in Arizona. Barrow Neurological Institute, minding what matters most. Visit barrowneuro.org to learn more.
Episode 14, right? Episode 14. We suck. We're good. You're good. You're bad. Fire everybody. Your coaches suck. You failed at this. You're good at that. Episode 14, season 3, to be continued.
How can you not like that guy? Hey, Manuch and I suck on this show every day, and we come back for more.
You know, it's interesting talking to Connor about that clip. After he said that, that's when he had that emotional, he got very emotional as to wanting to stay here, being here at Arizona State. You know, a kid grows up there in Scottsdale, North Scottsdale, goes to Chaparral, and this is his dream job, and he got emotional and kind of guard himself. But we don't want to, it wouldn't be good radio to hear some slight sobbing. It would, but just not good radio. But good for Kenny. Glad he's going to be sticking around and being a committed Sun Devil head coach.
Kevin Turner is our guest. You've heard him on here all the time throughout the course of the football season. He is the longtime ASU Sideline Reporter. KT, welcome, pal, as always. Ironically enough, so I checked X today, and there are still reports that Jed Fish and Kenny Dillingham are still the top 2 targets for Michigan. Do you just, when you see stuff like that, do you just shake your head? What can you do?
Yeah, it is. It's the world in which we live, and I got a kick out of that clip because it is must-watch TV. And if you're in Twitter and Instagram and following along, it is fascinating to see how much drama surrounds the transfer portal and these coaches moving here and there. And I don't know, there's 27 different head coaching changes this year, which is an unbelievable number when you think about it. But it's hard for me to fathom to see Kenny Dillingham go to another, Division I college football program. In my mind, he's a guy that's, we got these rings for our Big 12 championship this year, and on the inside of it, he inscribed lifer. And I believe, in my heart that Kenny Dillingham will be an Arizona State lifer. And, good for him that Sharon Moore and his indiscretions have just moved the needle in his direction for, perhaps a larger retention bonus and extension to his contract. So I just don't believe that that's a place that aligns well with Kenny. And I think he's got a great thing going here at Arizona State. And you can't measure happiness and contentment with not only where he's at, where his feet are at, but you have to think about the extended family and how disruptive it would be to just the neighborhood and the street and what goes on Dillingham Lane in Scottsdale, Arizona, without Kenny and Kenneth and his wife. And, what are the grandparents going to be doing, and his sister and in-laws? Sure. I think it's far-fetched. I'm happy for him to get whatever extension he can get out of this, but I just don't see that being a reality for Kenny Dillingham. I mean, it'd have to be a $15 million deal and guaranteed for 5 years, I think, for him to even consider leaving. I think he's very happy. He's been steadfast in his commitment, internally, externally, and I find it hard to believe that he would go anyplace else. But it's good to be wanted and good to be in demand. And that's when you have that imbalance, that's when you have great opportunities to leverage. Like you said, it's a moment in time. You can rise and fall so fast in the coaching business that you have to take advantage of those windows as a negotiator for your family. I'm sure his agent's doing a great job.
Not only more resources for the NIL or the players, I'm also hearing, KT, that they would like to get, what he's saying is, money aside, he needs more resources, more staff. How about a general manager, on and on and on, to see these other teams being successful? And I think the facilities, all that will work itself out. And when I heard that thing about general manager, wait a second, we got Kevin Turner on every Tuesday at 2:30. I mean, I think if a guy be a heck of a general manager, my vote is KT. Get over there. You got this thing inside and backward. You're not afraid to negotiate all the real estate stuff that you do. But I guess I didn't realize they don't have a general manager. So I'm nominating one Kevin Turner to be the GM for Arizona State University, former alumnus, former outstanding slot receiver before they were famous slot receivers.
Yes,
Kevin Turner.
Yeah, I don't know, gentlemen. I don't know if I'm quite ready to put my livelihood in the hands of 18 to 22-year-olds. I'll stick with negotiating real estate contracts for corporate America. How about that?
That works. That works. They had some high-profile visitors on campus. Enlighten our listeners a little bit. A certain quarterback showed up.
It was reported Bryce Underwood had been here the last couple of days, and I'm sure there'll be many that'll be coming through. But that's got to be a pretty good sign that ASU is a destination for a lot of these quarterbacks or tackles or running backs, that they like what Kenny's doing. They like, hey, the sun. How about this campus as well?
No, it is absolutely a destination, must see, must visit if you're in the transfer portal. And Arizona State is well positioned, I think, as well as any university in America, as a place where you want to be. And think about this for a minute. Who are the best recruiters for Arizona State University football? Did you guys see the social media post by Xavier Alford? I mean, he couldn't have said it any better about the culture, the weather, the accretive value that you have outside the football office, the community. Arizona State, in my mind, checks every box. So I think we're in a great position with the stability that we have with the staff, with the leadership, with what Graham Rossini's been able to do throughout Sun Devil athletics. And you have to look at it. We're not just a one-trick pony. You look at the sustained success we've had since Graham Rossini has been anointed the athletic director, and across the board, the changes we've made, the engagement of our community, the enhancements that we're making to our facilities. why wouldn't you want to go and come to and plant your flag in Tempe, Arizona?
And KT, on top of that, to this day, and my Wildcats in Manhattan are to blame for this too, for you not to opt out of a bowl game where ASU is going to go to the Sun Bowl, the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, marketing ability as a player that's trying to make a decision to see what Arizona State does defensively and offensively. For these teams, I feel, to be short-sighted and not go, whether you have a staff or not, that helps sell that branding that you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's a myopic, knee-jerk reaction not to go. These young men that have worked so hard throughout their lives, it's a tremendous reward to go to a bowl game. It's all about having fun. You're sort of playing with the house's money. You get to develop a lot of the underclassmen. The seniors that aren't going on to the NFL get to ring the bell, one more time. I think it's a very myopic approach to intercollegiate athletics when you opt out of a bowl. I'm sorry, but those bowl games are a tremendous reward. They're a lot of fun. You get a lot of swag. You get to go visit a new city, a stadium, play an opponent that you would likely, never have a chance to ever play again. So I feel bad for the student athletes and the parents that don't get to experience what it is to play in a bowl game. They're tremendous. They're fun. And it allows you, like I said, to develop, you get a whole extra month to work out and develop your underclassmen. So I think it's a pretty short-sighted view of opting out of a bowl game.
I agree.
I would be remiss, however, if I did not ask you about the Sun Devils' opponent. And I know we're 2 weeks away, but I'm sure you've taken a look at Duke. I did watch Duke beat Virginia in that championship game for the ACC. They've got some players. I mean, this is just not going to be a game where you can just get off the bus and show up, KT.
And they want to be there, KT.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Well, we're going to have our hands full. We're going to have to bring our A game if we're going to compete against this team. They're fundamentally sound. Manny Diaz, great coach, 9-4 in his first year. Then they win the ACC in his second year. Watch out for number 18, a kid from my neck of the woods, Cooper Barcade. He's their leading receiver, transfer from Harvard. He's in their MBA program at Duke.
Wow.
Darian Mensah that they got from Tulane is an outstanding quarterback. They've got a really good offensive line. And there's a name in there that you guys might recognize. John Fina's son is the left tackle.
Yeah.
Speaking of left tackles, I saw the future for Arizona State, Nanivia Nicholson. Carson Palmer in his first year in the Trinity League, arguably the toughest high school football conference in America. They won the Open State title. They absolutely throttled 12-0 De La Salle down here at Saddleback College. I went to the game on Saturday night, and Nanivia is an outstanding left tackle that's signed, sealed, and coming to Arizona State. And ran a fake and bake, and they scored a touchdown, 6'4", 285. Got great footwork, very athletic, and a big win for Arizona State. And guess who else is on that staff? Former Arizona State fullback Mike Carney is the running back coach. So there's kind of 3 connection points to Arizona in that game. Also, you got Dash Fafita. Stephen Fafita is a defensive coordinator, and he's going to Arizona. So it was really fun to go watch those guys dominate the Northern California stalwarts, De La Salle, and the Sun Devils had their DNA all over that field on Saturday night.
I hear when the term Rancho Santa Margarita. I think you can ride horses and have a margarita all at the same time.
That's what I would be doing.
I mean, that's
it is in the city of Rancho Santa Margarita, but Santa Margarita Catholic High School. Just to set
the Catholic leagues, you could take the between Servite, Rancho Santa Margarita, La Salle, St. John Bosco, Mater Dei.
Yeah.
I mean, you could how big is that recruiting pool when you add them all together, all the high school seniors coming out, KT?
It's really become a national destination, guys. If you look at every roster within the Trinity League, you're going to find players that are now migrating into, I don't know if you guys saw the article in the Wall Street Journal this weekend, but there is a dark downside to the body brokers that are behind the scenes negotiating a lot of these deals with these players. But that's another thing that the CIF Southern Section.
While they're in high school?
Oh, 100%. And in California, you can. You do have the ability for NIL deals. I mean, Makai Lemon and Malachi Nelson were Exhibit A. They were driving Mercedes-Benz when this thing first hit a couple of years ago on the campus of my alma mater, Los Alamitos.
Wow. Oh my goodness gracious,
Well,
KT!
you missed your calling, Manuch. You missed your calling.
We will one of these sessions. We're just gonna talk about college football and all this stuff that's going on. But KT, appreciate it, buddy. We'll catch up with you next week. Now, will you be around next Tuesday? Or are you gonna be heading to El Paso early?
Yeah, I'll be. I'll be like my son, a Navy SEAL. I'll be in and out of El Paso. You won't even know it.
Oh, be careful, muchachos. Más muy importante, like Kevin Turner comes back on this side of the border, por favor.
Yeah, he's in the witness protection. All right, KT. Thank you, man. Have a good day.
All right, fellas.
See ya. That's
Happy
Kevin.
holidays.
You got it. Same to you, Kevin. Kevin Turner, everybody, courtesy of G2G protein bars. And you can find them in the refrigerated section at Costco. Also online at g2gbar.com. Grab and go goodness since 2010. They are on sale right now at Costco. G2G protein bars, also online, g2gbar.com. All right, a quick timeout. We're coming right back. We'll do a little football at 50. Can't wait for that. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
Attention golf lovers and putting enthusiasts. Are you ready to elevate your game? At Putting World, we've got cutting-edge technology that'll have you sinking putts like a pro. With high-tech simulators and expert coaches, you'll be on your way to mastering that tricky 6-footer in no time. Check us out at puttingworld.com. Whether you're a seasoned golfer or a newbie who thinks a hole-in-one is just a fancy donut, there's a place for you at Putting World. Eat it, drink it, sink it. Putting World.
Join the team at All City Towing, Arizona's largest towing company and leader in roadside service. We're hiring dispatchers, call takers, lot attendants, drivers, and customer service pros ready to grow with us. You'll enjoy state-of-the-art equipment, consistent schedules, full health benefits, a strong 401k match, employer life insurance, and a monthly fuel allowance. Take your career to the next level. Apply today at allcitytowing.com. All City Towing, where your future is always moving forward.
Crest Insurance is about more than providing coverage. It's about creating your safety net, personal, reliable, and supportive. We offer access to a national network of trusted carriers. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, we're here to help with a personal touch that's close to home. With Crest, you're not only protecting what matters most, but also helping to build stronger, more resilient communities. Crest Insurance, service you can count on.
Need to feed a crowd? Let Venencia's bring the flavor to your next event. We know you have a lot of options when feeding a large group. Ordering directly from Venencia's means you get the best service and the absolute best pricing. There's no per-person fee. Just tell us how many people you need to feed, and we'll come up with a perfect plan to ensure everyone's well-fed and happy. Grad party, office celebration, family reunion. Invite Venencia's to the table. Text catering to 411-24/7. That's catering to 411-247 or Venencias.com.
Pima JTED doesn't just work for students, it works for all of Arizona. Hands-on training, real-world skills, high school students become job-ready, and Arizona businesses get the talent they need to thrive. Without a skilled workforce, Arizona can't grow. But with Pima JTED graduates, our entire economy prospers. Join the businesses already investing in Arizona's future. Learn more at PimaJTED.org. That's PimaJTED.org. This message is sponsored by Potoff Private Philanthropy.
Let's get back to Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B now on ESPN 620.
All right, everybody, we roll till 4 o'clock this afternoon. That's about all that Manuch could ever put up with me. So that's the time limit.
Isn't that the truth? Man, oh, man.
Let's get to our random fact of the day.
Okay, and as I say this, for all you folks who are driving around, and Connor, I'm going to get your answer, and Jimmy B, I'm going to get you. The world record for the most number of nonstop push-ups is 10,507 by Minoru Yoshida of Japan. 10,507 by Minoru Yoshida of Japan. I don't think I've done 10,000 push-ups total in my life.
Never.
So Connor, I don't know if you ever did this like in high school or college. How many push-ups can you do without, consecutively? What's the most ballpark? What you guess was probably the most you ever did at one time, nonstop?
At one time, nonstop, I think the most I've ever done. I know there was a point, when in junior college, you're like, oh, I got to make it. You're doing these
them every
push-ups every day.
day.
Exactly. I think I got up to a point to where I was able to bust out 100 nonstop.
Sure. I can see
and then after that, I was like, okay, if you can do 100 nonstop, I don't think I need to try to keep going.
You're right.
All right, Laz, but how many nonstop have you done? And you've worked out before, right?
A few times.
Okay.
Yeah, I go to the gym.
Okay.
I can't do 100 push-ups in a row.
Remember
That's
those?
for sure.
And in PE, you had to do the test. How many you can do nonstop? Okay. How many do you think you did?
I think I could do 50. I don't think I would get to 100 though.
No, in your best time.
In your prime.
In your life.
Well,
how many
I've done 50 in a row without stopping, but I've definitely never done 100.
Okay.
All right, Jimmy B.
All right. Well, being the tennis player and the guy who was the real athlete on the show, let me just explain to you.
Just give me a number. We got stuff to talk about.
I was a workout freak, and I haven't really changed much. I'm with Connor. I believe I did at least 100 nonstop.
Yeah.
However, do you know those things that you call the dip bars? Where
yes,
you know
dips.
those? Yes.
We did push-ups, dips, and you did the climb.
Yes, the
thing.
climb thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did 67 dips consecutively.
Wow, look at you.
Yes.
But we only weigh 110 pounds.
I was just going to say, I'm not lifting 280 like Connor is.
He did 60 dips.
I have done 67 dips before, but I think it was like different type of cheese dips, bean dips. It was a great Super Bowl party.
I was 115, 120 nonstop because we were doing them day in and day out.
Yeah.
And then we did the dip test.
Yep, dip test.
And then you did the shuttleboard test.
Yes, that too.
That you had all that as too. So, yeah, Minoru Yoshida, 10,507. Boy, if that doesn't make you feel guilty, I don't know it does. All right, Connor, give us a little football at 50. Well, it looks like Arch Manning has announced he will return to the Longhorns
he should.
for the 2026 season, despite NFL draft speculation. Now, before you get on diatribe, why would you turn down $6.5 million for another year?
Exactly.
And he knows he's not ready for the National Football League. I think that he was very inconsistent this year. I never saw the consistency in him, aside from was the second to last game of the year that they won. But I think it's smart. It's financially smart.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's smart for him to basically get his sea legs back underneath him, come back and try to vie for a national championship with Steve Sarkisian's offense one more year.
Manuch, he needed to be a star, and he wasn't a star yet.
He wasn't. And I think in fairness to Arch Manning, folks, he just wasn't quite ready. I think people put too much on him to carry that load on his shoulders. Okay, so we were talking a little bit about the portal at Arizona State, right? We talked about how Bryce Underwood was in visiting the Sun Devil Nation yesterday. Also, part of that quarterback carousel, star quarterback Dylan Raiola from Nebraska. He's moving on. Now, I wonder if it had to do something with his uncle getting fired as the offensive line coach. You see what I'm saying over there, Jimmy? You paying attention over there?
I'm always paying attention.
Yeah, well, we wonder sometimes. How about DJ Lagway from Florida? He's expecting to go in the transfer portal. And we talked about Arch Manning. He's going to stay. Now, there's a few of the, I guess we were talking about how Lane Kiffin left Ole Miss, right? A lot of teams could feel, I don't know, slighted, left out, upset. Not Ole Miss, right? But in Michigan, a lot of players are feeling betrayed with the firing of Sharon Moore as Biff Poggi. Wow, what a name that is. Biff Poggi.
Yeah.
Was he in, what was the movie with Michael J. Fox return? Was that...
Oh, are you talking Back to the Future?
Back to the Future. In fact, that was
No,
on.
that was Biff.
Was that Biff?
That was
Yeah,
Biff. Back to
Poggi.
the Future. Yeah, Biff Poggi.
Yeah, Biff Poggi, who's taken over as interim coach, says players are feeling betrayed. The program is actively searching for a new head coach. Well, I'm sure they're bummed. They got to feel pretty bad. But if you're making good money, you're making NIL money,
yeah,
you got to get over it. Shake it off. I know it's hard. Here's the thing. There's still 17 to 22-year-olds, well, some cases, 25-year-olds on that team. And as we mentioned a little bit earlier, the bowl season starts tonight. The Salute to Veterans Bowl between Troy and Jacksonville State is the only game scheduled for tonight. That'll be at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. So that's a little football at 50. The Michigan players feeling betrayed because their head coach strayed, wandered off.
Because he's in the slammer?
Yeah.
A little fun thing for you guys here with tonight's bowl game. Carson Cook, the running back for Jacksonville State, is actually one of the best running backs in the country statistically wise. If you look at his yardage and touchdowns. And it's really interesting because this could be somebody, if he does decide to hit the transfer portal, well, hey, maybe he goes to a big-time school, or does he just declare for the draft? But it is good to see a big-name player, at least for these smaller schools, playing in the bowl game.
Hallelujah, that somebody understands that and is finishing out his career or his commitment.
Yeah, he finished his commitment.
To that school, that 4 years of moving on. Hey, just real quick, a couple of the other ones I mentioned. Brendan Sorsby of Cincinnati.
Yes.
He's there in the portal.
He's a good QB.
Very good. I like him. Aiden Childs from Michigan State. He's entered. And then Kenny Minchie of Notre Dame is going to go into the portal. So, I don't know. I look at Lagway and Raiola, probably the top tier 4 now. But I'm
not sold on Raiola.
I'm not either.
Yeah.
I like Lagway.
Yeah.
And I really like Sorsby. I really like those two. So there's a little football 50 to bring you up to stuff, bring you up to speed.
Hey, we have a whole nother hour. You're stuck with us until 4 o'clock. Football at 50 presented today by Venencia's. Manuch, where are we going to be tomorrow?
We'll be at the Tempe Venencia's at Southern and Mill. You hear that, last? Southern and Mill, not on campus. That's known as Presto. So come on in there. Autographs are free.
Yeah.
You can buy slices of pizza. By the way, it'll be the party pizza pie for like $24.99 and the Italian Stallion.
Oh, no, not
That's
again.
Right. Will be featured as the premier slice of the day.
That is real New York style pizza. It's right here in the Valley. Pizza, wings, subs, pasta. Bring your appetite. We will see you at Venencia's. Manuch's Clipboard is coming up. Also, Bob McManaman, Arizona Republic sports columnist. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. ESPN 620.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-275-1728. That's 800-275-1728.
Meet Barkley. When Barkley smells gas, he leaves fast. When Barkley hears hissing coming from a gas appliance, he leaves fast. When Barkley sees dirt or water shooting from the ground, he leaves fast. Barkley then calls 911 and Southwest Gas from a safe location.
Did that dog just grab a phone and dial 911?
Gas lines can be buried anywhere, so remember to call 911 and Southwest Gas.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm Attorney Kevin Rowe. Getting rear-ended once is not enough. Don't let the insurance company hit you again with a low-ball offer. Call an experienced attorney who knows how to fight and win. Call Lerner and Rowe today. 977-1900.
Call 977-1900.
Life's a sprint, and you need a quick pick-me-up. Meet G2G protein bars, the ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether you're hustling in the office, enjoying a day on the links, or conquering the daily grind, G2G is your perfect fuel. Score an 8-pack at your local Costco's refrigerated section, or explore amazing flavors at G2Gbar.com. Quick, delicious, and power-packed. G2G protein bars, setting the pace for your energetic lifestyle.
KTAR AM Phoenix, Arizona's home for the worldwide leader in sports, is ESPN 620. And now, an on-air sports marketing presentation. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, now on ESPN 620, 98.7 FM HD-2, and streaming live at arizonasports.com. The guys are powered by the law offices of Lerner and Rowe. In a wreck and need a check? Make one call, that's all. 602-977-1900. And now on your ESPN station in Phoenix, ESPN 620, Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
Now his pass nearly knocked away by Gillespie, but it gets back to Marcus Smart. It penetrates into the forecourt. Goes strong. Blocked by Ryan Dunn. Taken by Booker. Shot clock's off. Suns. Booker pulls up for a three. Missed it off the back iron, but got his own miss. Over to Dylan Brooks for three. Falling to his backside. Brooks puts the Suns ahead by one. 114, 113 with 12 seconds to go. Are you kidding me tonight?
No, we're not kidding you. They ended up losing the game. Thank you to Arizona Sports for that highlight. It was a hell of a game. It really was. The Lakers dominating in the second half, only to have the Suns rally in the fourth quarter, and then the theatrics that take place in the last 30 or 40 seconds of the game, which results then in a Lakers victory. When we began the show today, we were discussing what took place, and my esteemed colleague put on his son's hat. And I
bleed orange.
I know you do, and you want to do it again. I will offer this up to you, that the officiating was
nothing to see here.
Mediocre at best.
Is that what the what do they call it? The 2-minute report?
It is the 2-minute report.
What is that officially supposed to do?
It does nothing. There's no reason to even put it out. They're not going to change the result of the game. We know who won, so why even do that? Why would the officials have to? Because, well, they should explain why they made that call. No, they don't. They don't have to explain. They're calling the game in real time. You've looked at 16 different replays, and now you want them to explain it, where they have to make the call as it's happening.
And I think more than anything for us Suns fans, I admit it, yes, us Suns fans, they're so blatantly obvious that it is a LeBron James league, and we're just passing through. All that being said, yes, the recap pretty much of the 2-minute report, if you will, was, and I'll just very simplified, nothing to see here.
Nothing to see.
Nothing to see
it's
here.
The Jordan rules all over.
It is. I mean, just the egregiousness of LeBron grabbing an official and not being thrown out immediately is the first thing that got me, because that's when I stood up off the couch and went, well, wait a second. He just
you stood
grabbed
up
you
off the couch?
And then yeah, exactly. I mean, that brought me up off the couch for sure. And the other thing, too, is that ball was going out of bounds. All Dylan Brooks was doing was just swiping at the ball, not swiping at LeBron to try to knock it back. And God forbid if somebody gets near LeBron James and swipes at him or challenges him, that he's going off like, yeah, he tried to take a swipe at my face. I didn't see that whatsoever. Official got in the middle of both of them. And lo and behold, that I could see that, but not to grab and push the official away. To LeBron, that just irked me there.
He grabbed the official by the arm. I did not.
Jimmy, it was the WWE wrestling move of the week.
I did not see him pick him up and body slam.
What do you call it? The solar plex?
No, the suplex. He suplexed him. Yeah.
You see there in the solar light on the.
Yeah, he suplexed him. That's what he did. Unbelievable. At any rate, I'm not defending LeBron here. I'm just calling it what happened on the court. Look,
sure.
It's the same thing. He's 41 years old. He's dominated the league forever. He gets the same rules that Michael Jordan got during his long run in the NBA, and thus they were called the Jordan rules. Some dope on Twitter tried to tell me, Manuch, oh, no, the Jordan rules was a defense by the Detroit Pistons.
Oh, no.
Dude, geez, get a clue. Get a clue, will you? No, it is when you're the biggest star in the league. And look, he's still a star. Not the biggest anymore, but he's still a star. You get preferential treatment.
That's what's embarrassing. It is so blatantly obvious.
Yeah, it was.
Plainly obvious that he's getting preferential treatment.
Yeah.
It is embarrassing to the NBA. Fans, it's like don't insult our intelligence by not calling what is plainly obvious is a foul. Don't insult our intelligence, which is plainly obvious, a foul. And on top of that, don't insult our intelligence, which is plainly obvious that you grabbed the official. I don't care if you grab his arm, touch him.
Yep.
You cannot touch an official.
I agree.
It's on page 55, Rule 5, Section A, Point 3C. At no time shall any player ever put his hands on an official, or it is an automatic ejection. And then it has in parentheses, unless it's LeBron James.
Or Michael Jordan.
Exactly right. I mean, I guess that's what's embarrassing. I look at the NBA and go, so we're supposed to take this officiating serious.
Mm-hmm.
When is this blatantly obvious?
It was.
Now, it was obvious that Devin Booker did hit his wrist. He fouled him.
Yep.
He did.
Yep,
and he admitted, I should have never gotten near him.
Yep, that's right.
And he's got to be careful.
Yep.
And it is, and by the way, and Dylan Brooks did get in his grill, did bump LeBron James, which gave him another T. Problem was you already had a technical.
Why the hell would he do that?
That's my point. So on top of that, I appreciate the aggressiveness. I appreciate the intensity.
Yep.
But you got to be smart, Dylan. Players out there, especially in crunch time, it's like you just got a first down and you're on the 10-yard line and you're driving to get the touchdown to win the game. And you get a personal foul for a late hit. The play's virtually over.
Uh-huh.
And you get a personal foul. Not only do they send you back 15 yards, you get kicked out of the game.
Yeah.
You're the left tackle. That quarterback is a right-handed quarterback. He needs his left tackle. That's what we call a double whammy.
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to be smart. So there's fault on both sides. But it is plainly obvious that they call the game different when LeBron James, is on the court. Not in the game, but on the court. When he's on the sideline, they call it normal. They call it normal.
Are you sure?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I guess when Luka gets it,
if Luka gets calls, yeah. Oh, let me just do this then as a reference, okay? Because last night it was a playoff atmosphere in Denver. Houston Rockets, Denver Nuggets. The game is going down to the final seconds, and you have a play that takes place. The whistle blows. It's a controversial call, similar to what Manuch is discussing here, but it does not involve LeBron James, okay? The call takes place. That sends a Nuggets player to the free throw line. If he makes the free throws, you go to overtime. He makes them. They go to overtime. Denver then ends up winning the game in overtime. Now, Ime Udoka, who is the coach of the Houston Rockets, after the game, he laid it out like this.
Ticky-tack went along with the game tonight, so not surprised by the crew we had out there. Just in general, I think it's poorly officiated game I've seen in a long time. Two have no business being out there, and the crew chief is acting starstruck, so you're seeing all kind of inconsistent calls, and I'm sure we should have got a few more texts. Keep being who we are. We're not going to adjust to poor officials. So we're going to do what we do, and hopefully they can adjust and call it the right way. Against two physical teams in a high-level game. Murray gets 15 free throws, and
there you go.
Starstruck?
Starstruck. He was starstruck. Look, Ime was great. He's going to get fined, obviously, for that.
I hope
blast.
he got his money's worth.
Yeah, you sounded like it. Actually, to be honest with you, I thought he did a great job. He was patient, solid thought process, and he laid out his complaints succinctly without using any curse words whatsoever. Amazing.
The other thing, too, is you heard him. We have to adjust to the officials. I get that in Major League Baseball. I get that with the umpire behind home plate.
Yep.
If he calls a lot of wide strikes or inside strikes or low or high, whatever, you adjust. As long as it's fair for both sides. As long as his zone is consistent.
Yes.
As long as his zone is consistent. When Greg Maddux pitched, he got anything outside of 6 feet outside the zone. It was a strike.
It was with him.
But, I mean, you see what I'm saying.
I understand.
You adjust.
Yes.
So you got to go to the day. I say, look, guys, he's calling things low today.
Yeah.
Just heads up. If it's low, it's in the neighborhood, you better be swinging. I would see the same thing for officials in a game. If you're going to call the game tight, that's fine. Call the game tight for them and for us. But when you have a team like the Lakers have 95 more free throws than the Phoenix Suns, was it 95 or 96 more free throws that they had versus the Phoenix Suns on Sunday? You kind of go, wait a second. There's a little bit of a discrepancy here that if I breathe on Luka, I'm getting called a foul.
Pretty much.
And he's got hack-a-shack on me with all the things that are going on. It is something that you just kind of go, wait a second. That's just not fair. Because when you see it, I mean, you see the Lakers, they had 43 free throws.
Yeah.
Suns, would they have 5?
It wasn't quite that bad.
They had 25.
They did.
You know, they had 40.
Well, then don't foul.
Jimmy B, please, come on. Are you serious?
All I'm saying, what do the Lakers do? They drive the ball to the basket. And so when you do that a lot, you're going to get hacked and you're going to go to the line.
I get it. Now, the other thing, too, and part of this is you cannot allow 24 offensive boards by the Lakers.
Agreed.
You just can't allow it. And you can't have, as far as turnovers are concerned, if you're the Phoenix Suns team, you cannot turn the ball over 19 times. Converted into 25 points plus the 24 offensive rebounds.
Yep.
So therein lies, that's the story. I commend the Suns for coming back despite the officiating. God, the Suns got homered on their own stadium. They got home jobbed on their own home court. But I understand. But the thing is, you got a couple things. Sometimes you got to tip a cap.
Yep.
That's a big, tall, strong team that went up and down the court. And then you kind of go, okay, we got to block out better. Something's got to happen. I mean, this Vanderbilt kid going up and down the court.
Yes.
You see his length, and then you see the rest of them. But they just made a concerted effort to crash the boards and get those second chance shots.
DeAndre Ayton, this is the DeAndre Ayton that Suns fans were hoping to see on a consistent basis.
Wait. That's the same DeAndre Ayton?
That's the same
that was here for
guy.
4 or 5 years?
Yes, 4 years, yeah.
Where did that come from?
He's playing with LeBron James.
So LeBron, so that CP3 was in his grill a lot, right?
He was.
But he couldn't keep in his grill all the time. LeBron stares at him.
Oh, man.
And he sweats.
Man, you're not kidding.
That is the most consistent. I mean, I've been watching DA this last couple of years since he got to LA.
Yeah.
Since he's gone from Portland to LA. And he's like a whole new he's finally playing up to his potential.
Yes.
But he's got somebody over the top of his head that's looking at him and going, look, bruh, here's the deal. You just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing because we need you. Otherwise, I personally, LeBron James, am going to grill you. So that's what he does for that. So he's like a completely different looking individual.
Yep.
as far as getting up and down the court. It looks like he's put like 20, 25 pounds on.
He looks heavier. Yeah.
And then Luke has lost 25, 30 pounds.
That's the LeBron factor again.
There it is. It's with the officials. It's with the players. Unbelievable. Okay. I'll turn the page.
Okay.
On LeBron. Yeah, the LeBraniac referees is what we got.
You just went Bob Seger. Great song. Turn the page. Yeah. Hey, this portion of the show presented by Biggs American Bar and Grill. We are live there every Monday at Biggs in Peoria. It's in the P83 district, 83rd Avenue, Bell Road. We do the show 1 to 4, and then Monday night football. We hang out with everybody, have a great time. At halftime, you get a chance to try to win $10,000. That's 10 big ones with our roll for dough. You get to roll the dice, and if it comes up, 10 big ones. By the way, our next game, Monday at Biggs, 49ers and the Colts.
Let's go, Brock.
There you go. And some 44-year-old quarterback is going to be playing for the Indy Colts. Yeah, I know. Anyway, we will see you at Biggs American Bar and Grill, Peoria, next Monday. We're coming right back. It is Manuch's Clipboard Report. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620.
Need to feed a crowd? Let Venencia's bring the flavor to your next event. We know you have a lot of options when feeding a large group. Ordering directly from Venencia's means you get the best service and the absolute best pricing. There's no per-person fee. Just tell us how many people you need to feed, and we'll come up with a perfect plan to ensure everyone's well-fed and happy. Grad party, office celebration, family reunion. Invite Venencia's to the table. Text catering to 411-24/7. That's catering to 411-247 or Venencias.com.
Sun Devil men's basketball is heating up, and now you can build a ticket plan on your terms. With the Sun Devils mini plan, you choose any 6 home games you want, including the biggest Big 12 matchups of the year, Kansas and Arizona. Lock in the rivalries, circle the heavy hitters, or stack your schedule with weekends that work for you. 6 games, your choice, your vibes, your Sun Devils. Grab your mini plan today at sundeviltickets.com. That's sundeviltickets.com.
Another Arizona storm season's rolling through. Before the next big downpour hits, call State 48 Roofing for your free roof inspection. Whether it's cracked tiles, flat roofs, or old shingles, don't wait for leaks to show up. State 48 Roofing is Arizona's #1 referred roofer, trusted for over a decade in both residential and commercial roofing. Protect your home, protect your business with State 48 Roofing. Visit state48roofing.com or call 480-268-4509 today.
Rock for WrightToyota.com. At Wright Toyota, they'd like you to get to know them. Their goal is to make buying your next vehicle the kind of experience that earns your recommendation to family and friends. They invite you to use all of their innovative web tools on WrightToyota.com. So if you're looking for a new or pre-owned Toyota, head to their interactive website at WrightToyota.com. The right price, the right selection, all at WrightToyota.com.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America and in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Time for Manuch to do what he does best. Hold the clipboard.
As Manucci takes, slides, hit, keeps the ball 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 50, and he's hauled in from behind at the 10-yard line. Manucci was wondering when he run out of gas or run out of field. He did a little of both.
Manuch dives into last weekend's quarterback play across the NFL. It's Manuch's Clipboard Report, exclusively on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on ESPN 620.
All right, everybody, welcome back in. We roll all the way till 4 o'clock. It is indeed the greatest segment ever on radio. Manuch pays me to say things like that. So here he is, without further ado, the man who always has a plan, the master of disaster, the sultan of SWAT, the king of sting, Dan Manucci.
Oh, Jimmy B, I love that. Just let you know, Manuch's Clipboard presented by Stretch Lab, our newest partner on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. At Stretch Lab, we're built everybody move better, feel better, and live better. Every one-on-one session is custom to you. Visit stretchlab.com. That's stretchlab.com, built to help everybody move better, feel better, and live better. Now, all you have to do is just mention ESPN Radio 620 and receive 20% off first stretch, 10% off for all veterans. You hear that, veterans? 10% off for all the veterans out there. Hey, my experience out there at the 44th Street Indian School location, the Arcadia location with Malachi, they get you, they measure you, they find you where all the weak spots are. They get you on the table. They stretch you this way. They stretch you that way. And then they give you a printout. They email you a printout or some of the things you can work on, not only to evaluate. Malachi said, not bad for a 44, 45-year-old guy, give or take a couple
Yeah,
years.
really.
But he said the one thing you're doing well, Dan, is stretching that back, that neck. It was awesome. Good hour session. I understand what I have to work on. So now when I go back and I see Malachi and the fellas, they'll know exactly what I need to work on, and I will definitely do that. So, again, thanks again to Stretch Lab. Just go to stretchlab.com for your appointment today. All right, the good, the honorable mention, and the bad. Let's get it going with the good. Let's go back to Jacksonville.
Lawrence is in trouble, trying to get away. Flags come flying. Lawrence can run for a little bit. Lawrence can run for a score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, they're going to throw it again. ETN inside the 40, stepping inside the 35, makes a man, gets to the 30, along the sidelines, into the end zone.
Thank you to CBS Sports. Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars 48-20 win over the lowly New York Jets. He was 20 for 32, 330 yards, averaged over 10 yards per completion. He had 5 touchdown passes, 5, 0 interceptions, 0 sacks. He also had 5 carries for 51 yards. He had the 1 touchdown run, as you heard. So you heard one of the touchdown passes, one of the touchdown runs. He's averaging in that game over 10 yards per carry. On top of it, the growth that we're seeing in one Trevor Lawrence is the 8 different receivers. Now, the thing I took a good look at, aside from the running backs, receivers, the tight ends, the balance in the passing game to spread the ball out. Not only screens, slip screens, finding those receivers down the field, finding your tight ends in the red zone, taking care of the ball. Did I mention 0 interceptions, 0 sacks? Also, keeping the drives alive, hitting some key passes. They were 4 for 9 in third down conversions. And when you're in the red zone, the sign of a young quarterback that's growing, becoming a veteran quarterback, is they were 4 for 6 in the red zone. So Trevor Lawrence is my good quarterback. My honorable mention, well, we're going to go to Denver for that.
Nix, end zone bound, pulled in. Are the feet down? Yes. Touchdown, Broncos. Sutton on a 2nd and 15. Nix to the end zone. Franklin has it. Touchdown, Broncos.
Thank you to CBS Sports. Bo Nix, another comeback victory in the 36-24 win over the Green Bay Packers. 23 of 34, 302 yards. Again, 9-yard average completion down the field. The 4 touchdowns, as you heard, 2 of them. Again, the sign of a young quarterback. The sophomore jinx is over. Jimmy, you alluded to that about the 5th or 6th game.
Yep.
0 interceptions, 0 sacks. Again, taking care of the football in this Sean Payton offense. 8 different receivers distributing the football, making the right reads, not honing on one guy or another. 4 for 4 in the red zone. That's the one thing that Sean Payton has really developed in this young quarterback. He scored every time they're in the red zone. The off-platform throws, rolling to his right, stepping up, throwing that little forearm, that little sidearm flipper that he does once in a while. making sure he puts the ball in tight spots, but doesn't force the issue. And then on top of that, keeping plays alive with his legs, his escapability. But as I always say, Jimmy B, be smart with the football. If you're going to move, keep your eyes up. Look to find those receivers first. If there's nothing there, throw it away, get out of bounds, or make a play. Be smart with the football. And Bo Nix is really starting to make that move as the Denver Broncos, as we mentioned earlier, are the #1 seed in the playoffs with 3 games to go. And then our bad, boy, not very good. Going back to Chi-Town, Chicago.
But it's been outstanding. They've been pressed into service, and they've responded. Sanders on first down, deflected, and it's intercepted. DeMarco Jackson's got it. 3rd and 9, big play. Sanders with time to the sideline. Tough throw for Judy, and Judy has it intercepted. It's picked off by Jalen Johnson. It's not gone well in Cincinnati. For Cleveland, it's Sanders looking for Fannin, and it's picked again. C.J. Gardner-Johnson with the interception. 3rd of the day for Sanders. Gardner-Johnson is down at the 23.
Thank you to Fox. And you know me, Jimmy B, I usually show a little more grace to the rookie quarterbacks. Sometimes, but sometimes I look at this and go, well, you should know better. Matter of fact, a couple weeks ago, remember J.J. McCarthy? It's technically his rookie year this year, right?
Yep, that's correct.
And he was all over the place. He could not hit the water from the boat. His decision-making was all over the place. Well, Shedeur Sanders, the same thing in the 31-3 loss to Laz's Bears. 18 for 35, barely 50%, 177 yards. Again, not getting the ball down the field, only averaged 5 yards per completion. Had the 3 interceptions, as you heard there from Fox. Had the 5 sacks. Not a good day, but he had only 4 passes over 10 yards. And then you look at that, the longest throw he had was the 47-yarder to Isaiah Boyd, And learning experience game for just Shedeur Sanders. Every once in a while, you got to call it as you see it.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Shedeur. There's some things that you did you just got to understand. You got to take care of the ball. You got to know when to give up the fight. You got to know when to, it's okay to throw it away. Mm-hmm. It's okay to take the sack, but you can't force the football when your team is down and struggling. You got to be more of a catalyst than a detractor with that offense. So Shedeur Sanders is our bad. So there you go. Manuch's Clipboard Report brought to you by Stretch Lab. Just go to stretchlab.com.
It's too bad the Browns just stink. He's got nobody to throw to, and the defense is not playing like everybody thought that Cleveland Browns defense was going to be. And I'm not going to stick up for the kid. He's in a tough spot. Manuch.
He really is. He is. But there's and then just going to be it's a growing learning experience. Yes. But that was one of those where the deer in the headlights thing that a deer in the headlights kind of came to fruition.
All right, when we come back, we're going to head back to the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona Republic sports columnist Bob McManaman will be our guest. However, we now have an ESPN 620 Sports Center update.
It's now time for your Roc Manuch with Jimmy B's ESPN 620 Sports Center update. I'm Connor Collins. The Arizona Diamondbacks locked up Merrill Kelly on a 2-year, $40 million deal that includes a vesting option for 2028. Kelly triggers a $12 million guarantee if he reaches 170 innings pitched in 2027. And that number will jump to $14 million if he hits 185. And also, this just now coming in down the line, Bob Nightengale saying that the Arizona Diamondbacks are kicking the tires on the surprise entrance of Alex Bregman's sweepstakes. So that's something to keep an eye out as well. Tonight, Grand Canyon University, they get to enjoy the fact that Gabe McLaughlin is going to be on a 10-day hardship contract brought up to the Indiana Pacers. It's given the undrafted GCU product his first go in the NBA since 2024. This was brought to you by Lerner and Rowe.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the ultimate lunch lineup boasts wall-to-wall sports and scenic views. When you're hungry and in a hurry, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
At Stretch Lab, it's not just athletes getting better. It's everyday people moving and feeling their best. Each one-on-one session is customized to you, guided by certified flexologists who help improve mobility, flexibility, and recovery. Whether you're chasing touchdowns or chasing the kids, Stretch Lab keeps you loose, strong, and ready for anything. Stretch your potential today. Find your nearest location at stretchlab.com.
Tease the season at Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, featuring the Vokey SM10 wedges, now $159, and Titleist Pro V1, Pro V1X, and Left Dash 2 dozen bundle for $99. Don't forget, we have gift cards in any amount for this special golfer in your life. Shop us in store or online at worldwidegolf.com. Vans Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, proudly serving golfers since 1963, and home of the legendary 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
The biggest game of the year is coming. And at Backyard Desert Ridge, it always sells out. Lock in the best seat in the house now. Reserve your table today and pick the perfect spot. Right in front of the massive LED wall or surrounded by more than 50 high-def TVs. Great food, ice-cold drinks, and wall-to-wall action so you don't miss a single play. Every year fills up fast, and once it's gone, it's gone. Don't wait. Swing by Backyard Desert Ridge and secure your big game seat today.
Let's go inside the Cards locker room and down to the field with Bob McManaman. Bob's been covering Arizona sports for the Arizona Republic and azcentral.com since 1981. Now, Arizona Republic columnist Bobby Mack on ESPN 620.
And they have the extra offensive lineman Fryer. Now he flexes out wide to the left as a tight end. Brissett takes back to throw. And he throws left side, caught for a touchdown by Trey McBride. McBride with 5 catches now sets the NFL record for most consecutive games by a tight end with at least 5 catches. This one goes for 6, and the Cardinals are on the board.
Thank you to Arizona Sports for that highlight. McBride making NFL history, which brings us then to our State 48 Roofing. It's your call question of the day. They are Arizona's #1 referred roofer, state48roofing.com, or you can call them direct. 480-268-4509. Here's the question. If you're the Cardinals, where would your free agency be focused on this offseason? And you have 4 options. 1, skill position players. 2, O-line. 3, D-line. 4, top free agent quarterback. And with that, we say good afternoon to the one, the only, Bobby Mack. He is joining us right now on the Right Toyota guest line. All right, you heard me talk about that, Bob. Where would you go if you were a person who was going to enter the contest?
Or vote on the contest. Vote on that bad boy.
Right on. Yeah. My instincts tell me O-line. Mm-hmm. I think they've got to get immediate upgrades. And a draft pick sometimes isn't immediate enough. It's risky, but there are guys out there. At either tackle or guard, they need one of each at least. I'd say probably more than that, but at least one of each. That's where I'd start.
Bob, and they spent a lot of money. Would they spend over $100 million on the defensive side of the field last year via free agency? This year, I tend to lean with you there. I think my thing, if I could vote for both, but if not, I'd look at O-line. Then I'd go skill position players. I'd look at the offensive side, i.e. receivers, offensive linemen. Your tight ends are set. It looks like your core of running backs will come back eventually. I'm not sure what their contract situation is, but I would focus on the O-line I'd focus on the offense, put it that way.
Yeah. They've spent too much money on defense already, and there's an investment that was made that still has to deliver. So definitely offense side of the ball, but I don't think quarterback is something they're going to do with free agency. Now, some could happen. We don't know. Some guys that looked attractive. Daniel Jones now has a torn Achilles, so he was going to be a free agent. I don't think the Colts would have let him do that, but it's his right if he wanted to.
Right.
So O-line, that's where they're the worst at right now, and actually they weren't so bad against Houston, even though they only gave up a couple sacks. The running game showed a little bit of hope, and Jacoby Brissett isn't dead, so that's good.
Oh, that's a plus. In your wise wisdom of covering this team before there was dirt on the ground, do you have any feeling at all where Kyler Murray might end up? At any teams that are whispered to be interested in him?
First of all, I just got to warn you that my son's dog is about to go crazy because my son's coming home.
Oh, okay. All right.
What's his name, Bob? What's your son's dog's name?
Diablo. I call him Devil Dog.
Oh, mi muchacho. Perro es the Diablo. Es no bueno.
He's a Siberian Husky from hell. And he is about to sound like the biggest wuss ever in just 10 seconds here.
Okay.
But the question, Kyler could go almost anywhere. Here it is. What? You hear that?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's a happy dog right there.
You're live on radio. This is great. The question is still sticking in my head, so don't worry.
Okay.
I think I always thought for some reason the Raiders jumped to mind, but then I thought Tom Brady's got a minor ownership stake there, and I don't think he really likes Kyler. That's just my opinion.
He's not going short. He's not going short.
Yeah. No. But they need a quarterback. A lot of
Yes, they do.
There's a ton. Some people said, what if you traded him to Philly and he could be a backup? And they have a pretty good backup with the Eagles right now. But Jalen Hurts is on shaky ground, and by some people's accord, not by mine, but trust me, I have him in both fantasy leagues, and he's killing me.
Okay.
I benched him already, so it could be someone that's a surprise you're not expecting. Would Washington consider him as reunited with Kingsbury, helping out Jaden Daniels, who's had a rough go of it as a sophomore season? I think there are plenty of options. Nothing's going to surprise me. Unless he went to the Rams, that would surprise me.
Wow.
It's interesting. Jimmy and I and Roc, we all been talking about the draft the last couple of weeks. We're already at that stage, and you're kind of going, well, if you're going to go fetch a franchise quarterback, i.e. Fernando Mendoza or somebody like that, you're going to probably have to fight off, to your point there, the Raiders, who are scheduled at least for now, number 2. The Browns, I think the Browns will stay put, stay with their guy. Then you got the Jets, who are also in front of the Cardinals as well, too. Yeah. So that's 2 organizations that are be looking for a quarterback either via free agency or trade or via the draft, Bob.
Yeah, there's no doubt. The Jets are just a weird franchise. As bad as things are in Arizona, that's pretty bad up there too. All I can do is agree with you on that, guys.
And here's my other thought. We threw this out yesterday. In order to try to secure that franchise quarterback, would you trade up? Give a first rounder up? I'm like you. I definitely.
Only if Mendoza's there.
Well, you're gonna think Tennessee's not gonna take anybody. So you're gonna think the Giants are set.
Yep.
Number 2's the Raiders.
Yep.
So number 3, they've got their guy already. So you'd have to move up to 2. If you get the feeling that Mendoza's going to the Raiders, you'd have to probably make that move to move up to number 2.
Yeah.
And who's to say the Raiders wouldn't make a move to number 1?
Well, true. It's true. I mean, but do you think there might be some hesitation
I like
with
the Oregon quarterback? I like the Oregon quarterback too.
Yeah.
Okay. More. Yeah.
I mean, I'd settle for him if I'm the Cardinals. Settle sounds like a bad thing when you're trading up to get him.
Well, and I think that you look at the top 3 that are coming out, in Mendoza, Moore, and I have to think number 3. I remember last year it was pretty easy.
Simpson? No, I'm not sold. I'm not sold on Simpson.
Yeah, I'm not. I would say the first 2 that we mentioned would be it. But you'd be competing. And to your point, Bob, who's to say the Giants aren't comfortable with the concussions that Dart has had this year as well too? So that's a good point. That maybe the Raiders move up.
I think they'll be happy with just not and roll the dice with Jackson Dart. I don't think they're going to look up for a quarterback.
I don't either. I'm just saying that maybe there's a. But anyways, that's kind of where we're at. With
weird could happen though.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah. And the whole Kyler Murray scenario, you got to look at a like kind of offense. And you mentioned the Commanders. There might be that could utilize his lack of height and utilize him. Jaden Daniels is 6'3", so he can he can move around, but he's banged up. He's pretty banged up, right? He's in fact shut down for the rest of the year.
Do you think Kyler is somebody that Jerry Jones would even think about? Maybe.
Oh, I bet he'd think about it, knowing Jerry.
Yeah, the marketing hat he put on.
Yeah.
That's as a backup. The other thing too that we all got to forget is that he's making. I mean, Kyler, $45 million a year.
Yeah, but there's only 2 years left on his deal.
I get it, but if you got to trade him to Philadelphia, there's $40 million there with that guy.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott, there's $40 million there. There's those top quarterbacks. Now, unless you got a quarterback that's in a rookie contract, you would look at that to say, okay, the Commanders make sense. We could pick up his salary. Daniels has got 3 more years on his before we make any kind of move. Jackson Dart. Yeah, exactly. So
I guess that would make sense, maybe.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals are going to have to eat some of the salary. I don't know how they maneuver out. You trade somebody, you're still kind of on the hook for the dead cap. Somehow, addition by subtraction is still going to cost the Cardinals. Somehow.
Right.
It just will.
Right.
So there's a lot of things that, they might just outright release them. It'll cost more, but I can't wait to figure out how quickly it happens once the season is done. Once we get to the start of the league's new year, I'll be really surprised if Kyler's still on the roster a day later.
Okay.
I think there's enough teams. Somebody will put their hat in the ring, and he'll be gone.
Bob McManaman's our guest on the Right Toyota guest line. So coming off, they've lost like 822 games in a row now.
6.
And they
11 out of 12.
And they have Atlanta, which
since the last 7 games last year, they're 16-21.
Wow. My esteemed colleague pointed out to me, still has, Robert, an outside chance to make the playoff. What the hell is going to happen here on this Sunday?
They're playing for something in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Now, are they really?
Yes. They are in the hunt.
Wins.
Yes, they are. They are in the hunt, mathematically in the hunt. When you look at this Atlanta Falcons team has something to play for, Bobby Mack.
Well, so do the Cardinals, and this is something I'm going to write for Sunday is that it's our last home game for Arizona.
Right.
This year. They won one game, Carolina, week 2. And the Cardinals have something to play for. No offense to the Falcons, but screw them right now. The Cardinals have absolutely nothing going for them. But what a way, just a whiff of optimism to sweep back into that stadium. And a lot of fans have left and aren't coming back. Mm-hmm. I've talked to a lot of season ticket fans or holders that said they're done.
Yeah.
They raised ticket prices $400. In some cases, probably more in others, and they're done with it. So this is the game. The Arizona has something to play for. Yes. No offense to Atlanta, 5-9 Atlanta.
Yep.
Yeah. I just think the Cardinals better take this advantage of the situation because they can stop a lot of the mess if just for a week, which would be lovely for them. Mm-hmm. I don't mind writing how bad things are going, but for their sake, it'd be good for them if they could finally win in front of whatever home crowd is still going to the game.
Yeah. Hey, Bob, I do stand corrected. I saw 2 games I thought they were involved. They have officially been eliminated from playoff contention because of the heads-to-heads. The head-to-head.
Eliminated.
Okay.
The big, but Kirk Cousins playing for another contract. Bijan Robinson's coming home. He's from Tucson. Have all the folks there.
Drake London.
Yeah, you never what happens.
He could be playing. Yeah.
So now they're going to be playing for pride in Atlanta right now.
Yeah, right. And I guess that's what Arizona's going to have to be playing for. That and so a little bit of self-respect at home.
Always good, pal, when we catch up with you. Right. How's your dog doing? He calmed down. Yeah, he calmed down.
He did.
He sure
He's
did.
a little rambunctious. He's a crazy dog.
We'll talk to you.
For putting him on the air.
Oh yeah, man. Our pleasure.
Tu perro diablos mucho loco en la cabeza, ¿sí?
Amigo. See?
Yeah. I heard beer in there.
I said your dog, the devil, Diablo, is crazy in the head right now. Comprende?
Thank you, Robert.
Stories I could tell you guys.
Oh, I bet.
Well, go feed Diablo.
Yeah. We'll talk to you next Tuesday. There he goes. Bobby Mack. By the way, you can always follow him on X at Bobby Mack. And he's presented today by Backyard at Desert Ridge. Hey, look, holiday season's here. You want to celebrate? Well, you can bring the family because Santa is going to be stopping by Backyard Desert Ridge from 3 to 5. And again, that is this coming Saturday, spreading cheer, cookies, and, of course, photo opportunities. Knocking out your shopping list, grab a Backyard gift card and get in on the holiday specials. It's the perfect stocking stuffer that comes with a little extra cheer. Backyard Desert Ridge, holiday spirit cranked up all the way. You can follow them on social media and make Backyards your Christmas hangout this season. Again, Santa at Backyards Desert Ridge this Saturday. That is Backyard Desert Ridge. When we come back, Lerner and Rowe, one call, that's all. We'll update you what's on television tonight, results of the State 48 roofing. It's your call question of the day. Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B, ESPN 620.
The season of giving starts with getting, because Twin Peaks just launched their holiday bonus card event. Buy a gift card for someone on your list, and we'll hook you up with a bonus card just for you. Because giving feels great, but getting rewarded for it, even better. Share the gift of crave-worthy food, ice-cold 29-degree beer, and good times at Twin Peaks. And treat yourself while you're at it. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views. Twin Peaks with 5 Valley locations. Bonus cards redeemable January 1st through 31st, 2026. Participating locations only.
Join the team at All City Towing, Arizona's largest towing company and leader in roadside service. We're hiring dispatchers, call takers, lot attendants, drivers, and customer service pros ready to grow with us. You'll enjoy state-of-the-art equipment, consistent schedules, full health benefits, a strong 401k match, employer life insurance, and a monthly fuel allowance. Take your career to the next level. Apply today at allcitytowing.com. All City Towing, where your future is always moving forward.
Tease the season at Van's Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf and test drive the Ping G440 driver. The G440 is made with thinner and hotter face that delivers faster ball speeds while still providing Ping's game-changing forgiveness. Don't forget, we have gift cards in any amount for the special golfer in your life. Shop us in store or online at worldwidegolf.com. Van's Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, proudly serving golfers since 1963 and home of the legendary 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Get there.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
I'm Kevin Rowe from Lerner and Rowe, and we've been serving Arizonans for 20 years. Make the best choice during an accident. Call 977-1900. That's 977-1900.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900. 977-1900.
At Crest Insurance, we believe great insurance starts with great relationships. For years, we've been protecting businesses, families, and futures with the care and expertise you deserve. Our team knows what it takes to provide personalized solutions for your needs. We're here to make insurance simple, reliable, and stress-free. Visit crestins.com to see how we can protect what matters most to you.
Life's a sprint, and you need a quick pick-me-up. Meet G2G protein bars, the ultimate grab-and-go meal replacement. Whether you're hustling in the office, enjoying a day on the links, or conquering the daily grind, G2G is your perfect fuel. Score an 8-pack at your local Costco's refrigerated section, or explore amazing flavors at G2GBar.com. Quick, delicious, and power-packed. G2G protein bars, setting the pace for your energetic lifestyle.
It's the Lerner and Rowe one call, that's all call of the day. If you're looking for a full-service law firm, just make one call, that's all. 602-977-1900. Lerner and Rowe, voted Arizona's best law firm.
Oh, absolutely. I think Corbin Carroll has faced a franchise before. And let's be honest, if Caton Martinez has faced a franchise, the Diamondbacks going to be looking to move him. Obviously, there's a problem in the clubhouse. By not playing, taking the 3 days off after the All-Star game, infuriated, players, front office staff, coaching staff. There's too many things in there. No, there's zero question that Corbin Carroll is definitely the face of the franchise.
Bob Nightengale from earlier here on the show. It is indeed our Lerner and Rowe one call. That's all. Lerner and Rowe. If you're in a wreck and need a check, just make one call at 602-977-1900. Always at lernerandrowe.com. Manucci's absolutely right. Corbin Carroll is that guy and will be for many, many years to come. All right, let's do a little what's on tap tonight. We have college basketball. You have to go to ESPN Plus if you would like to watch Abilene Christian at Arizona. That's Abilene Christian at Arizona. Abilene Christian 7-3 coming into this game. By the way, the Wildcats, number one team in the nation, undefeated.
Also, you got the Spurs and Knicks tonight. In Vegas, part of the NBA Cup Championship.
I'm going to watch that, man.
That's going to be a good game. That'll be on tonight. That's 6:30
on Prime.
That'll be going on. And then we got, yes, that's right, a little bowl football that's going to be going on. Troy taking on Jacksonville State, 7 o'clock on ESPN. This is that time of the year. It's a week before Christmas, really about 8-9 days before Christmas. You're getting stuff done. You're wrapping presents. You're kind of doing this, doing that. You got all these football games, all these college basketball, NBA games. You got that for background noise as you're getting all your stuff done. You got your tree up, everything all up and going?
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, attaboy, Jimmy B.
Hey,
I go away for a week, you get things done around the household over there.
Well, listen, you're not paying me enough to clean your house, but I did get stuff done at your house. That brings us then to our State 48 Roofing It's Your Call question of the day. For a free quote repair or full install, just go to state48roofing.com.
All right, so today's State 48 Roofing question of the day, and we take a good hard look at this one. If you're the Cardinals, where would your free agency be focused on this offseason? Would it be, number one, skill position players, number two, the offensive line, number three, the defensive line, or number four, top free agent quarterback? Again, just go to X at Roc and Manuch or on Instagram at Roc and Manuch. Connor, which way are the peeps leaning in reference to free agency focus for the Arizona Cardinals?
It looks like at the moment we have a 67% saying offensive line and 33% saying skill position players, and that seems to be the gist of it.
Yeah, I think last year.
I'm going offensive line.
That's what I went. I went O-line, and then a close second, very close second, would be the skill position players. They just need another threat besides Trey McBride at tight end. Having a hell of a year, probably the best, one of the best tight ends in the National Football League, but you need more of an impactful wide receiver.
So you're saying the number one pick or their number one pick of 2 years ago is not the guy?
Not the guy. No, he's turned into he's a possession guy.
Okay.
We needed, they try to stretch him out the field. He just doesn't have the home run speed. Doesn't have that speed that they're looking for. Either that or Drew Petzing. They try to get the ball to him down the field. They did a couple of times. I will say this.
Okay.
Michael Wilson is having a better year than Marv Harrison Jr. Now, I know Harrison Jr. has been banged up.
Right, yeah.
But this offense, folks, seems to click better, the passing game, with Michael Wilson as one of the main targets. Now, the other day, Houston pretty much had him shut down.
They did. They did a very good job on him.
So it was Trey McBride and who else?
Yeah.
And so Weaver's out, Dortch is out. But you have to go get another top-notch receiver. And if you can get Harrison and you get Wilson and McBride, you just need another home run hitter.
All right.
You just don't have that home run hit. You don't have that impactful receiver that we complained about and moaned about in the offseason, and nothing was done.
Okay, so do you get that in the draft, or do you hope to find somebody in free agency?
I think I'd find somebody in free agency. I would really look for the top-notch receiver in free agency. Now, if for some other reason you're going to spend your money on more offensive linemen, then I say, okay, well, you better have a pretty damn good top-notch receiver in the draft you're going to go after that can stretch the field in order to complement Wilson, Marv Harrison, and Trey McBride.
Manuch, where are we going to be tomorrow?
Tomorrow we'll be at the Venezia's Pizzeria at Millen Southern, right there at the southeast corner.
I like
it. We'll catch up with Tim Kempton, the color analyst for the Suns. It's our AmBets segment we do once a month.
Yep.
Do our campus quickies, ASU, U of N, NAU. And